2.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
It's a rainy day out here in Los Angeles. And we've got, of course, my beautiful co-host, Hila Klein, who's extra flat, who's looking extra.
She looks so fucking
extra today.
Thank you.
So
and, of
good.
course, the lovely, the hilarious
Aw.
Tana Mongeau, who
Hi, guys. Thanks, guys.
I'm very happy
Hello,
that we are able to do this one-on-one like
Me
this,
too.
or two-on-one.
I never thought, like, a year ago that I would be just, like, driving to the H3 warehouse and podcast alone. Like, a year ago, I would have been, like, trembling, shaking, crying, throwing
No, we're besties now. You're friend of the
love-
show status.
I love this progress, this story arc.
I agree.
It's fucking beautiful.
Well, you know, we did the Steamies together. That was very gracious of you guys to come, and we had a good rapport. We were having good laughs. We were having a good time. So
were so nice to me.
They love
I never want to come on and be like, your audience is so great. Like trying to like, you know what I mean, suck your audience's ass, but they were so nice. And I definitely have a respect for the type of audience that you kind of have to like earn their respect.
They could go, our audience, they love you or they hate you.
But I respect the fact that they at least give you a chance to love you or hate you. There's a lot of audiences where I would go on and I know no matter what I say or do, they're either going to fucking hate me or like suck the fart out of my ass. And that's cool.
Suck the fart out of your ass.
My bad.
Yeah. No, that's okay.
But it was just awesome.
You,
the comments were so nice. I was like beside myself.
Well, because it was great. It was good content and everyone was happy. So I'm glad we're here together.
We're here.
Brought to you by Gamer Stuff.
I need people on payroll to just like fucking clap for me.
It's actually in their contract louder. And sometimes after the show, I go, guys, bring up the decibels. It's depressing. That's why Dan goes crazy sometimes. Gamer Sub, guys, sponsored us today. GG. Thank you to them. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hila got stylish today, boy.
I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if you would or not.
I should have. It's just so rainy in LA, and Friday for me is like worse than Monday. Like I wake up on a Friday just like, oh my fucking god, this.
Did you drink yesterday?
No, I'm doing.
Oh, you're sober.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm really just scheming here. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to get close to you. You're the cool girl. Our friend group has been like so obsessed with you. It's
What,
actually
really?
We love a stylistic, fucking cool, nice girl.
Thank you.
And today I called my best friend in the car and I was like, yeah, I'm going to do H3. And he was like, Hila hasn't followed me back. Like,
Wait, who? I'll
Ari,
follow
he was
now.
here last time.
Okay.
you
I have
both-
no idea. How do people know when people follow them? Because like there's so many notifications.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because
I don't think he
sometimes-
was actually upset. It's just like
Okay.
a running bit.
Because sometimes actually like I'll follow somebody and then they'll message me like, hey, thanks for the follow. And I'm like, how do you know? How do you even
100%.
notice?
Wait,
I never noticed.
Wait, you don't know that? Because I'm always wondering I wonder that too on Instagram, especially.
Yeah.
On Twitter now that the verified tab is screwed. Like I don't know anything anymore. But on Instagram, AB, do you know how the people do that?
You can like
Do you just
can set
read
it to,
all
like,
their?
verified users and like be a pretentious asshole and like see only the verified people that follow you, which I love to do.
Oh, I would do that. I didn't
even
know
know
you
how
could
to
do that.
I'll show you. I'll show you.
Yeah, I don't care about plebs following me.
But I was thinking when I was getting ready today, I was thinking like I kind of like dedicate this look to you
It's so good.
because I feel like you've become like this boss
Boss ass bitch. You can say it.
business
You're so
bitch, and
You're so sweet.
this is like
No,
this
it's-
is
and
that.
the glam is it's so good. I like gave my all to the steamies. I had like 9 people like self tanning my armpit and shit. And then today I was like, listen, you know, I can't.
I get it. It's a lot of work,
Yeah.
all this stuff.
100%.
Dude, I this is me. You know, I never clam up. I don't go what
Well, she
some
just
of the
carries the team on her back.
Well, I mean, as far as the looks, the part, I
Absolutely.
mean, in everything. Let's be real. So, last one you were on. Actually, I want to ask you about your diet. You're doing what is it called?
75 hard.
Is that your own thing?
No, that's funny. Imagine it was. I'm not
I don't
there
know.
yet. I'm not there yet. You're like,
What's 75 hard?
if I created a diet plan, it would be like smoke 2 blunts and then get a crunch wrap. It's really common. It's a really common one. For 75 days, you basically just don't drink. You stick to any like diet of your choice. So I've been like gluten-free vibes. You're supposed to work out twice.
Is that a
day.
diet, gluten free?
It could be, I guess. Yeah. I mean,
I'm not sure that counts as a diet.
really?
I mean, if you
It
cut,
is for me.
Well,
if
what do
you cut gluten, you lose a lot of weight.
Yeah,
Right,
But
because
you-
gluten
it's
is like
like
carbs,
bread.
like pasta.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
bread.
you're not eating like gluten-free bread.
I am.
Oh yeah, so
But like Ezekiel bread, it's made out of like nuts and shit. You know what I
Ezekiel,
mean?
that godly bread.
Yeah, it tastes like fucking awful, like a birthday card. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I'm out here doing
Okay, so we're not doing
like a cauliflower buffalo wing instead
Okay.
of a buffalo wing.
Okay,
You know what I
okay,
mean? Like
okay. Mm-hmm.
just that type of shit. But I wasn't really doing it for the food aspect of it. That was kind of like the least one that I was like focused on. You know what I mean? You're supposed to like read like 10, 20 pages of a book a day. You're supposed to
doing
journal.
that?
Yeah,
Who
I've
made
been-
this? Ty Lopez.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I saw-
In his fucking Lamborghini just fucking,
I-
it's behind a paywall.
I saw one of the things was read 10 pages of nonfiction. I'm like, yo, what? Why the hate for
Why
fiction?
specify?
Why hate for
Yeah.
fiction?
Like,
That's
I'm
what-
sorry, fiction is good. Ask fucking AB. The dude reads Twilight every fucking night.
Yeah.
And look how good, smart he is.
Honestly, that's valid. I love a nonfiction book.
Are you
though.
reading nonfiction?
Yeah,
What
I've
are you
been reading 48 Laws of Power. Have you ever read that? It's honestly, I can't figure out if I think it's an awesome way to think about life or if it's a horrible mentality. It's
So-
like
What is the
the
idea?
premise of the book is like everyone in life has their best intention, like has their like intentions for themselves. So like manipulate and like fucking you, like you know what I mean? I don't know how I feel about it.
I could tell from the title it was like Machiavellian, like how to be a psychopath.
Absolutely. Like I'm just catching myself like gaslighting men for no reason. I'm like, it's law 40.
Okay, so this diet so far is not. It's like you're reading a book about how to be a psychopath. Okay, and already, and so maybe just read like Harry Potter.
Yeah, honestly, absolutely. Need
Yeah.
to catch up on my Voldemort. But
So how deep into it are you?
like 30 something days of 75.
Are you weighing yourself?
Not really. I feel like you get caught up when you're weighing yourself. I've never been a scale person because it's like
Same
I'll get
too.
on it every hour and be like, you know what I mean? Have I lost
Discouraged.
0.1
you
of a
do
pound?
that where it's like, well, I did it in the morning, but do I do it in the evening?
I spiral.
Absolutely.
Well, sometimes I'll go a whole week and I'm like, this was the best week ever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the same way, and then I spiral and I say, fuck this.
Exactly my point. Do you know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just like I can't let the number like if I feel great. You know what I mean? I feel
Right.
so fucking happy and motivated. Like that's why I did it. I just wanted to like be as mentally clear and on it as possible and kind of just implement, I guess, structure and routine. So if I was like, yeah, I can't.
Okay.
That's
So-
just a perk for me.
So have
Like,
you
if I look
noticed?
better?
Have you noticed any changes in your body, or are you just feeling good?
I guess maybe a little. Like I've been doing a lot of cardio because you have to work out
good.
like twice a day on it, which I'm not always doing.
Yeah, this says complete 2 45-minute workouts. That's a little intense.
Yeah, we're hitting Tana's version for sure. I'll do like an hour and 15 of cardio though, which is almost two.
Good.
Can I ask you, do subtitles count as nonfiction?
Oh my god, I've never thought about
I mean,
that.
reading is reading.
I'm like watching Impulsive with the subtitles. I'm like, knowledge, power.
I mean, hey, we gotta find a way to get through this.
Absolutely, that's funny. Yeah, but now it just kind of like feels normal and I feel good. So
Nice,
that's
good for you.
It really just for me was like stop being crazy, Tana.
Good, love that for you. Okay,
I
so
love that for you.
we're doing 75 hard.
Maybe 75 soft.
Yeah,
clearly,
75
is,
soft. Okay, good for you. That's nice. We're also doing fitness journeys. Hila's been because we're getting ready to have our third baby.
Yeah.
we talked about.
Yeah, I've been exercising twice a week, but I feel like it's pretty hardcore. I
What's
don't know,
the
that's how it
prep
feels.
for that? Like you're
I have
gonna
a
have
trainer.
a baby.
Oh, what's the prep? So after the last pregnancy, my back pain became like impossible. Oh
my God.
It just like was awful. I couldn't do anything, and it was becoming like part of my daily problems.
Even
So
after you had the baby?
Yeah.
Oh my, yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm going to the adoption shelter and I'm picking out one, like a Starbucks Frappuccino. That's so terrifying.
Yes. So I had
love
to
that.
figure
That's
it
a good
out.
idea.
I was starting to think like maybe there's something wrong with my back.
Yeah.
So I finally went to see a doctor and he was like, is it here? And I'm like, yes, here, yes. And he was like, all of this is just muscle. So you just need to exercise.
Oh,
Yeah, my chiropractor was just kind of teaching me that. Like I was having a bunch of shoulder pain. He
Yeah.
would do shoulder workouts. I was like, can't you just crack me? And
I
send
know.
me
It's
away?
not what I
it
wanted
was a
to hear.
chiropractor
almost.
that told you that.
No, it was a doctor.
So I have like a beef with chiropractors.
Do you?
I'm anti-chiropractor.
Anti-chiropractor.
Yeah, I think they're all. I think the whole field is quackery.
Oh, I need more. I need more.
Well, okay, so
Because I'm out here like they changed me.
some of them are really crazy. Like maybe you guys can pull up some of the really crazy chiropractor ones, like from Russia, where they just fucking slam them. Oh, and get my favorite, where they draw and quarter the guy. So some of them are like crazy, right? Like
It's just another prolapse video.
But I don't think that, like, as far as research and data shows, the cracking doesn't do anything.
That's so interesting. I mean, I've never like read up on my research and data of back cracking. Maybe I'm placebo effect.
Yeah.
Because I leave like
You feel good.
like I'm gonna run a marathon.
And how long does that last?
Fucking 2 days. Like you should have come in more often.
It's like a massage.
Yeah.
Some people need to feel pain to relieve the pain. You know what I mean?
I really don't know.
What does he ever done anything? You're like, this doesn't feel right.
I don't know. I mean, it hurts a lot. I have really bad scoliosis. So I go in.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah. It's awful. I look like Hunchback of Notre Dame at like all times for sure. But I don't know. It works.
It does for you. Okay, good.
Yeah. I guess.
I mean,
I the exercise did help.
You're doing
With
my
my
shoulder
pain.
and back workouts?
Yeah, all kinds, like strengthening my abs.
Yeah.
Because I had like nothing here.
Oh, so that your core helps you like sit
Yeah,
up
yeah.
better. Wow. I just bought a posture corrector. I feel like I'm 80. It's like this weird little thing you like stick on your back and then an app
yeah.
notifies you every time you like don't, and like it can I think it can like shock you a little, like send a little wave. Probably super gimmick. It's giving infomercial, but we'll see.
Yes.
yeah, so I actually lost like 20 pounds.
Really?
25 pounds. I was
Really?
getting very meatballish. I actually had a beef with Philip Defranco, or just
Did you?
yeah. He got mad that I said I can't. I said I pledged not to talk about his weight anymore, so I'm not going to. But he got mad at me.
I don't even remember what he looks like, honestly. Like I
He's
know what
super
he looks
healthy.
like.
He
but I
lost
mean,
a
like-
lot of
Yeah,
weight.
he's
Like
super,
I don't know what he looks like now.
Yeah, he's
He
looking
looks
good.
like a king.
No, he's looking good. And I think Ethan just thought that they were kind of like
He yelled at me.
mutually like joking, poking fun at each other, but
And then what did he say? when
really
he yelled at you?
didn't.
He did a one of his shows, and he goes, "Oh, and by the way, this is a total aside, but Ethan Klein, stop fucking talking about my weight."
I can't even imagine
Like,
Philip
angry.
DeFranco like
I didn't know why.
irate. You know?
I was heartbroken, but so apparently,
Really sorry
yeah.
that
But
happened.
you know, I'm trying to do it too. I'm trying to lose weight.
What does he even
But I'm a
report on
meatball.
now? I
I'm
feel
a-
like the internet is so non-drama. Like, you know what I mean? The way, at least the way it used to be.
He does news.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah,
He does
like
nonfiction.
Like actual.
I'm just watching Philip DeFranco. I'm like 75 hours.
Yes. Well,
Wait.
so here, this is the kind of chiropractor that I'm personally interested in.
Oh no.
Why is it so
This
blurry?
shit weirds me out. That's porn.
Not that one.
No, well, they,
Tell me you haven't seen so much porn like that. Where they like chain them up like that and the room looks exactly the
Right.
same. It's always the weird half
I know
wood,
what
half
kind of porn
cement
you're
wall.
into. Do you watch BDSM stuff? Because I've never seen a porn like that.
You've never seen a porn like that.
I don't watch
Where the
the
bitch is,
BDSM
like,
stuff.
tied up all fours. Okay.
It's just not my cup of tea.
I'm not like a BDSM porn connoisseur.
You
I'm just
clearly
saying-
know a lot more than
I
me.
know a lot about a lot.
All right, well, tell me if you ever seen a porn like this.
I have.
Well, hold on. You don't know where it's going. Why is it so blurry? What the
I
fuck?
just know someone's asshole is going to be prolapsed in this in 2 fucking seconds.
Ready? Where's the sound? What,
All we're missing is just like an ad on the right side, like singles near you.
okay, here, let's try again. Fuck, sorry. Okay, here we go. Yeah, you need the sound. That's, you know, and that's where chiropractor is heading.
It's giving WWE.
That's the natural progression. You know what I
At
mean?
what point in life, like what happened to this man for him to be like, this is what I need to fix my problems?
He's got back pain.
Do you know what I mean?
Back
He's
pain.
got fucking back pains. And they just leave him up there too. They leave apparently, and then they come back after lunch.
Absolutely.
He's just hanging there, man. So that's so you know what I mean. This is the kind of chiropractor that I.
Yeah, that you're into.
They're in the same field though. They're in the same field.
Kind of crazy if you think about it.
Can you guys find the dude who slams his mallet into people? Yeah, the Russians have a special interest in chiropractor. So anyway, Last time we were on, by the way, when you came on with Jeff, there was some kind of tea that you didn't want to speak on about Todd. I didn't forget. I didn't forget.
You are the king
bit of drama.
of never forgetting. Oh my God, that's insane. That's
I'm like
insane.
the elephant of drama.
I was just gonna say that, but I felt like you would think it was like a weight thing or something.
Bro, you could call me fat. I'm not insecure about it at all.
I don't think that, and I wouldn't.
Well, I am
not even
fat,
try to
and
be
frankly, now I know you're lying to me.
Oh
I don't
my
think you're
God.
fat. I don't think you're fat.
Thank you.
And I also think dad bod is superior.
This ain't no dad. I know what girls mean when they say dad bod.
No,
They're like
no, no.
you're jacked, but like you don't
No.
have a six pack.
Do you know how many men? No, let me not start that sentence like that. I've definitely been in a position where it's like, no, like he can't see his toes, and I'm into it, you know?
Really?
For sure.
Okay, hold on. Let me get you guys and all the ladies who want to chime in.
Okay.
Let me get your honest take in terms of like what's a dad bod.
Okay.
Okay, so do you think this is a dad bod?
No, of course not.
That's not a dad bod, okay?
Okay.
That's not a dad bod at all.
Because that's what I think most girls are like,
No,
oh, it's a
no.
dad bod. It's like, no, he's fucking jacked.
Daddy,
Like,
chill.
are these dad bods? What's wrong with him, dude? Why is his lips all white? What do you even... Bro, do you just eat a pack of donuts? Like, what the fuck?
It's crazy that your mind goes to donuts and mine goes to cocaine.
Oh, cocaine. That's just our lives in different
us.
spots. Yeah. they're just- But why the fuck would he have cocaine around his lips? That's pretty wild, isn't it? Just.
Absolutely.
I guess some people get crazy.
I mean, I guess you could say this is like the entry level dad bod. right?
Everybody's
Like,
saying
maybe-
no. Even in the chat, they're saying no.
But-
That's not.
Okay.
That's not what people think of when they say
Yeah.
dad bod.
Okay, then let me pull this up. Like, do you consider this a dad bod? Like Seth Rogen? Oh, God damn it. Like Seth Rogen dad
That's
bod?
getting
Yeah.
more dad bod.
Yeah.
And you like that?
He looks amazing.
Okay. Shit.
Like, oh my God. I'm here for it. Seth Rogen, call me. And he's
That's my
funny.
guy right
He's
there.
funny. It's just like no one. And this is
He's
a
been
huge,
fashionable,
huge
too.
generalization on my behalf, but it's just like those guys are almost always funnier than the ones
The dad
that
bod
are
guys?
gym mirror picking all day, and it's like I'm just
And that's what I always say.
I kind of think that the guys with like the full-on muscles, like
God.
they don't even do it for the girls. It's like girls don't.
my
I
God.
don't care about it. I think it's almost to impress one another.
yeah. And I
Dude.
I
At
just-
the
I
gym.
don't-
Chris Pratt is the only other dude I've seen with nipples smaller than mine. That man has the smallest nipples.
They're like
Those
little
are
pimples.
tiny.
His nipples are smaller than mine. And we love that about you. Okay,
But
so
again, still,
let me find like a real dad bod, like one that's kind of like real fucking gross. Hold
Okay.
on. Let's see.
And it's also, you know what I mean? If they have a dad bod and they're awful, then obviously, I'm just a personality girl.
Oh yeah.
I'm just not like most girls.
Why is it that all of your boyfriends I've seen are like super fucking like hot looking?
What?
I don't know, like the guys.
They're all hot to me, I just want to say.
But like no, they look like models and shit. Or at least that
You've
one
read
guy.
Chapters.
I guess maybe. Who's the ugliest guy you dated? Give me his name. Let's look it up. Declined to state. How about this?
I can't say
Who's
that.
the most dad-bodded guy you dated?
That's meaner.
Okay,
Following that
mean.
question.
I mean,
yeah.
Oh, you dated Little Xan?
yeah, that's what I was going to say. You were like,
But
they're
he's
all
not
generally
funny.
hot. I feel like, well, he was funny in the regard that like, no, I'm not laughing with him, but I things were funny. You know what I mean? But that was a long time ago. I'm reformed.
He's funny in like the way that like you
You're
remember
reformed.
you remember something about Mary?
I'm sorry.
Oh shit. He's you know where I was going with that. He's funny in the way that I think we had a little beef with
When
him,
I was
actually.
dating him, there was a period of time where I was like living with him and we were dating. We were in a full blown relationship, and he would be like, my cousin's coming over and she's like cleaning the house. She works for me. My cousin's my assistant. Months went by. And then I found out that she was just like his other girlfriend. She was also dating him at the same time as
This
me.
dude
and
was
she was like
playing you?
pretending to be his cousin.
Oh my God.
When you
Ew.
look at that, it's like, oh my God,
This
Tana,
is what
get
he
a
looks
grip.
like in every picture.
No, like look there. Look at him with
one?
Noah, who I also dated. How fun.
You dated
Bisexual queen. He looks great there.
So tell me, so is Little Xan is he always on Xanax? Is that a real thing?
There were some periods of time where the name fit the lifestyle for sure.
And do you think
And that was my problem. I'm working on the full, reformation, but I love a drugged out musician.
and do you think that the Xanax affected his performance at all, or?
No. Have you ever taken Xanax?
Yeah, a lot of times, many
I feel like,
times.
and I'm not out here like, you know what I mean? Like, be prescribed. You need to need it. Don't use it recreationally. It's very scary, very addictive.
Yeah, it is.
But shit makes you a freak,
Xanax?
You're sucking
That shit
toes
just-
and shit because you
What?
don't care. You don't care. It's turning off the receptors.
I
It's
just
like,
made me
is this
sleep.
weird?
I just wanted to sleep when I.
Yeah, but if you fight that, you're eating ass.
Okay.
But again,
So he's a freak.
it's just an assumption, really.
So has Little Xan eaten your ass?
I hate how
I mean, if you had to assume from that whole conversation,
That's
he's
the one
eating my-
takeaway. Okay, that's
know what
good
I
to
mean?
know.
I
It
can't
looks
really
like,
be with people
You know what?
who-
It looks like he ate your ass and didn't brush.
He probably just wasn't brushing either way.
He ate the whole damn ass.
That photo is a little scary for sure.
Okay.
I hate that he cheated.
What?
I hate the cheated.
But what did
cheating.
I
That's-
expect? Come on.
I guess.
Oh my God, this is my loyal Prince Charming. I knew what I was signing up for
guess.
sure. And again, reformed. I wouldn't.
What do you
it-
mean by reformed?
I wouldn't do this again. I would not date Lil Xan again.
changed.
I'm a changed woman.
What is it that what is it about Little Xan like that you're attracted to, like maybe famous men or pop men who are like popping? Like
I
what
mean,
does it mean?
he's also like kind of like problematic, right? Like
Chaotic, fun.
Okay.
It's a fun lifestyle for
Okay.
sure. You know what I mean? And I just feel like, again, I don't know, like Love Bomber, Psycho. You know what I mean? Like a 10,000 roses at your door, but he's cheating. But it's fun.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
I like that energy. I get that.
But I wouldn't. Again, this
Yeah.
was a very long time ago. I want to say we dated like 5 years ago.
5 years ago, were you even legal then?
I was 19.
Oh shit, that's crazy. 'Cause
We're
you're
like the same age.
And so, okay, so that's Little Xan. Now I talked
I
a
might
lot.
have been 18.
I talked a lot about Lil Xan on the show. You
Did
saw when he
you?
pulled a gun at the gas station? That video?
I did see that. That was such an insane era, the paparazzi of him. Like
yeah.
when he went to the hospital for definitely something probably very serious and then told all of the press that he just like ate too many hot Cheetos.
Oh yes.
Yeah. I was like,
I
they're really
forgot
recording
about that. Oh my God.
Yeah. Good
Yeah.
for him though that he actually got that story out.
I guess that's true.
So then okay, I guess he might be your most physically repulsive ex.
We didn't say that.
But then you got these guys like, trust me, you're making all the girls jealous with this. I remember him, Jay Alvarez.
Oh my God, that's so fucking funny.
Alvarez.
I wouldn't say that was as official and like whatever. It was just like a
It wasn't really
fling
dating.
thing.
Yeah, there was a whole phenomenon, Hila, on TikTok. I just saw like every comment or every video was just like, yo, Jay Alvarez. And I didn't know anything about him.
Yeah.
Really?
So apparently, or not apparently, a video leaked of him having sex with this girl using coconut oil.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was all the rage.
Yeah,
on
I recommend
Tik-
it.
Yeah.
It was a fun time. I wasn't the girl in the video, but he hates when I talk about him, though. I know this is going to piss him off.
What's he going to do about it?
Send me a fucking woke novel text. Sorry, Jay. Oh my God, I'll just preemptively apologize seriously. Well, next time I'm in Hawaii, we'll stay our full feet apart, I promise.
So
Oh my God.
Did he use the coconut oil on you when you guys were
coconuts in Barbados.
intimate?
He might have enlightened me to,
Okay.
But it's not like his thing. It's not like he carries it around in a jar in his pocket. I'm not trying to what I
He
mean? But I
might.
also think, knowing him, that and this is an assumption, or this is what's the word? My opinion. That's that's what you say to not get sued. In my opinion, I think he leaked the tape himself.
Oh, yeah.
So he was down for the world to know about
Yeah.
his
For
preferred fruit lubrications.
For sure. For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
You also dated because you have such an illustrious dating history. I mean, you and Bella Thorne were dating for a while.
A long time.
You guys had a falling out, right?
We did. We had a really, really messy, awful breakup for sure, and we didn't talk for like 2 years. We're really cool now. Yeah. Everything about that was just so blurred lines. You know what I mean? So it's like when shit like that happens, it's messy, but
And
we're healed now.
Jake Paul, of course.
Yeah, that happened.
But were you guys really together? Because you had this whole marriage
Your guess
thing.
is as good as mine.
You don't even know.
I mean,
Yeah,
not like that, but I just mean like, yeah, your guess is as good. I mean, I was in it. I really cared about him, and you know, but I can't speak for him.
Are you guys still close, or do you?
We're not close. We weren't cool for a really long time, and now I think we're cool. Had a little chit chat here and there. And we will like have a little chit chat, I guess. But
Did you see that there was an article in the New York Times about him sexually assaulting someone? Did you read that?
are you talking about in like 2020?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah,
that
probably.
sounds about right. A
I
girl-
remember that era. I mean, that era. I'm like using
That
fucking
era.
Twitter terms for that. Like,
Those were the days. Crazy days.
I remember that for sure. That happening, and
Oh, you think it happened?
no. Sorry.
When
sorry,
it
sorry.
came
no, I
out.
don't think that happened. I never want to be someone to invalidate a victim in any regard of anything, but I was with him at all times, pretty much, and during that time, I hate that it's wrong to say I don't think based on someone's character they'd do that, because then people would be like,
Well, yeah. I mean,
the truth is the truth, and I stand with whatever the truth
and
is.
people hide their ugly side anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Did it ever go to court?
I don't know.
I don't know if there was an update, or I don't know if it ever became a legal issue. It was just kind of like a report from the New York Times about.
Yeah, and I'm no longer in my defending Jake Paul dying on that hill era anyway, so
Good.
he can just,
Good.
it's his own journey.
Okay.
I have my own journey.
But you
Wish him
think
the best.
you think he didn't do it? It's okay if you have an opinion. I mean, from what you can tell.
I don't think he
Can I would say I don't. Yeah, I don't think. I wouldn't say he didn't do it.
Yeah, you can't say he didn't do it. I don't think he did it. But
Okay.
I mean, if he did do it, then obviously he should pay the consequences. And I don't fucking know. Tana Mongeau doesn't need to be speaking on any of this.
Right. Sure.
Believe victims.
Yeah. There
But-
it is.
Yeah.
Except her.
It's hard when you, fuck. It's really hard when you like know someone so well, and like I don't know. What would you do if someone that you were really, really close to?
That's happened
like Hila.
so many times in the
my
past
God.
year. Like 3 of my like close friends have all been like had life destroying controversies.
Yeah.
Justin
I mean-
Roiland, you followed that one? He's the creator of Rick and Morty, who's like, that was like one of the most brutal cancellations I have ever seen from the top. He was like fucking buzzing at the
And that's
top.
the thing too. If there's like facts and things that like add up and
He
stuff
did
like
that
that,
shit.
like,
No, he
you
did
know,
that
it's like
so
that's
much.
yeah. Like if someone did that, like
There is so much.
imagine you and Hila are together for like 2 years. You're spending every day together. You think you really know her character.
Yeah.
Like so on and so forth. And you guys are throwing parties, and there's a lot of people with very questionable intentions and making videos and stuff like that. Like what would you do?
I would defend Hila, of course. Or I mean, if Hila was accused, Hila,
Or
like
just
that.
like not even defending, but I mean, like, do you know what I mean? Just like, you know her, you'd be like,
I
don't know.
You're saying.
it's not even just like necessarily like I would defend her at all costs, no matter what. But if you were like, I don't think she did that,
Yeah.
like,
I think you're.
is it wrong to say that?
No.
No.
I think it's fair, and especially you have a more.
I
You have a
mean,
better
you-
position to say that than
You were
anyone else.
together at
Yeah.
the time, so you know.
Kind of. Who really knows? You know, I don't know.
Okay, so Jake Paul not guilty.
By Tana Mongeau, the judge. God, every podcast. One day that must be how like Selena Gomez feels about like Justin Bieber. Like not me. I'm like, Selena Gomez must feel just like me. That's not what I mean. But I just mean like when you have such a public relationship, peak fame thing with someone,
Yeah.
like you're always going to be asked about it. Like I'm going to be married with.
You don't want to
children
talk
one
about him
day.
anymore.
It's not. There's no bad blood. It's just like we're not close. He lives in Puerto Rico. He's boxing, and I'm doing my own thing. And you know what I mean. It's just.
Yeah.
I just feel like the girl in that era is a very different girl. I've grown so much.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
Who's the guy who was eating the burrito that cheated on you? What does that mean?
Oh my God, that's so funny. I dated this guy, Brad.
Bro, he looks just like Justin Bieber.
I'm like, I dated this guy, Brad. That's the only reason why. He was just so hot.
So he's beautiful.
He's beautiful. He's so beautiful. It looks a little worse now. No, I'm sorry,
Yes.
Fuck.
Hold on, give me his Instagram.
Brad Sousa.
Here, I have a whole ass Insta.
And we're so cool now. I forgive him. You know what I mean? 100%. I'm honestly happy it happened.
Did it devastate you when it happened?
Yes and no. Being cheated on is never.
Here's all the pictures.
Being cheated on is never fun. I edited all my Instagram captions after that. Cheaters first Coachella.
So this is what I was going to show.
I love that.
This is why.
I never took them down.
This is why Tana. This is why people love Tana. That's Justin Bieber.
Absolutely. And Justin Bieber's the hottest man alive, and I really liked his personality. We had a lot of fun together, and he was great to me. And we were in a time at the end where I wanted to break up with him anyways, and then a bunch of crazy shit happened. We were at Coachella. I tried to break up with him. He wouldn't let me. He ended up doing a bunch of really crazy shit that had the police called, and they put him on a 5150 hold.
Holy shit.
They thought he was going to kill himself. And while he was, away at the loony bin in Coachella, California, he left his phone. I went through it. He was cheating on me. He got back. I said, now that you're...
That's a hell of a time to look through someone's phone.
Absolutely.
I mean, you were right, but that's awesome.
he's like in a padded room. I'm like, who's he tweeting?
This motherfucker.
Yeah. No, but I had a hunch anyways. But I will say at the same time too, like, he went from a normal Canadian boy and we ended up bonding and we started dating. Like, the fame of it all, you know what I mean? You're Tana's boyfriend. I want to fuck you. Like all that, I think, is a lot as like a kid to handle. So,
imagine like you just look like Justin Bieber, and like you're like
he was just kind of like a upgraded version of like a really cute bag. Like I would just take him around like, like here's my hot Justin Bieber.
So here you edited the caption, says cheaters first Coachella. I'm debating deleting this, but I look so iconic and hot without a Facetune, so I'd hate for that to go to waste. Yeah, yeah, that's fair.
That's, you know what I mean?
Why should you have to erase it?
Absolutely. There was like 10. I think
I have them all.
He cheated on me, but my ass looks dumb fat in this, so I'm debating delete. That's
it's not worth it to erase it. Keep it up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, I was pissed.
Here's a pic of me on Valentine's Day at dinner I paid for.
Oh, God.
Was he broke? Loser.
So broke. And any money he was making was like, sorry for vaping in your face.
It's totally fine. It's just like a force of habit to blow it away from me. But I've been around it.
Any money he was making was from like deals I was getting him. Like, you know what I mean? Like I cared about him. I was like, oh, we're going to make you a star. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah. And I'm happy that we broke up. I think that it changed the trajectory of my life a lot. And I probably would have stayed with him a lot longer had that not happened. And I think he's in a good place now.
Well, these are vibes though.
These are vibes.
I paid for this dinner. We took an Uber that I paid for. Kissing someone who cheated on me while he's wearing clothes I got him. Sent for free and gaining followers from this pic. Wow, you really took care of this boy. You sugar daddied him.
I used to be so much more rogue. Like now I just wouldn't do that. And it's like, fuck.
Would you still do that? Pay for a guy like in that?
Absolutely not. That's the only time I've ever done that. And it taught me a lot.
Is it just because he was so hot?
I really liked him though. We had a lot of fun. And like he treated me amazing. Out of being cheated on ever in my life, that was the only one that was kind of shocking to me because I was like, you kiss the ground I walk on 24 hours a day. You know what I mean?
Do you wonder if he just saw you as like a sugar mama? Like, or do you think he loved you? Or you think he was just playing you?
I have no idea. To this day, he will say, I loved you more than anything. That's the biggest mistake of my life, blah, 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 blah. But like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, right? Like you're a fucking Canadian boy out in the sticks and now you're like in LA living it up. Yeah.
You date different breeds of men than people that I know.
Yeah, I have no type. It's like, very scary. No type.
I've never cheated. I don't think I know anyone that's cheated of my friends. I don't cheat. We're all good boys around here. These guys are not cheaters. Any of you guys ever cheated? Raise your hand now.
I don't think I know anyone who hasn't cheated.
See, that's what I'm saying. We're in different worlds.
Yeah.
You've cheated.
I wouldn't now. It was a very long time ago, but I mean.
So what does cheating mean? Like a kiss, holding hands, flirting, or is it sex is cheating?
All of that's, I guess, cheating, right? Emotional cheating.
I think so.
Emotionally being
it might
engaged,
Yeah.
for sure.
I think all the way from emotional up is cheating, you know?
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, I agree. I was just kind of curious where you...
Yeah, I mean, I was just with a really bad, like, abusive, awful guy, and I just didn't want to break up with him, so I was, like, violently just cheating. And, like, now looking back, I'm like, break up with him. But it was also a hard situation. I, like, would try to break up with him, and I couldn't and shit, so.
Who was that?
This was, like, my first boyfriend ever.
Before the fame?
Kinda. Yeah. But, like, in the beginning, he was, like, here and there, but I've laid him to rest. He's, like, dead in my mind.
He's dead?
He's dead.
Fuck yeah.
Rip.
Do you date, like, is it weird for you to date, like, poorer dudes? Does that ever happen? Because it's just different. Like, you want to go do shit, and if he's, like, if he, not even broke, but, like, just, like, a normal income, it could be a little weird where you end up paying for him because you want to hang out with him.
Yeah, I dated someone for a couple months last year that I met on Hinge.
Okay.
But he's still, for me, it's like, if you're poor and you have no job and you're not grinding and you're not making money, that's where I would never ever be with you. Like, he was killing it. He was working hard, and and it's like, if I can tell someone is not in it for the money and I'm dating them and they're working hard and they have dreams and goals and they're driven and whatever, come on my jet. Who cares, right? Like,
you fly jet?
Like, not always, but I'm saying, like, I'll take him on some shit if I know his intentions are right.
But
If
not even.
I know what you
like,
mean, yes.
But, like, let's say he makes like $50,000 a year, like normal guy, has a normal job.
If I absolutely head over heels loved him and I knew he was in it for not the monetary reasons, then you want to extend the things you have with the people that you love. You know what I mean? I've always been that way. I love that. That's like why I want to work and stuff. I love finding the people I love.
They're the stereotype of, like, the rich guy with the gold diggers. You always hear that term, which I hate. I always thought it was so stupid. But from your experience, because you're a rich single woman, are you weary dating? Is it like landmines out there? Do you think dudes are gold digging?
I feel like now my just like read on people. I mean, clearly, as we just went in this deep dive, I've done it all.
Yeah.
Like, and now it's just it's just a read of character for me. I'm not really weary. I just try to, like, you know what I mean? A couple red flags and I'm out.
Good.
Like,
Smart.
for sure. So.
Yeah, I know what you mean. When you're less experienced, you get kind of just caught up in shit.
Yeah. 100%. And like new to LA and young and he's famous or he's this or people love it. They ship us. None of that means anything to me now. You know?
Yeah. You know,
Thank you so much. Wow.
yeah, we
A 5-star service.
That's what I'm saying. We don't fuck
It's like
around.
sparkling or still. Fucking incredible.
Wait, Lena, she asked for sparkling.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Lena.
Just kidding. Sorry.
Right. Run while you can.
But you've been teasing a boyfriend now.
Yeah. Yeah, you just called me single, and I was like, well.
Is not public who he is?
It's not public who he is. He doesn't. Well, it is and it isn't. Like, People Magazine just posted a whole story with his like full name and shit. And like the people on TikTok are crazy. Someone like doxed the fuck out of him. I posted one photo with him, and they like found where he lived, put his address in this TikTok.
Really?
It was like going viral. I was like so pissed because it's like he just doesn't want that. You know what I mean? Like, it's new still. I'm just saying he doesn't have TikTok downloaded. He doesn't use Instagram. He doesn't like.
He's a private citizen.
Very private citizen. And that's where it's like you start to feel that like guilt almost, I guess, where it's like, I don't want you to have to be subject to all this shit you hate of people tracking you down. And
I can imagine that's pretty crazy for someone who's not from our world.
And someone who doesn't want it. Because it's one thing, there are the people who are like, oh my God, this is so cool. I want clout, blah, blah, blah. But like, you know what I mean? It's just like fucking.
How'd you guys meet?
He is best friends with my best friend, like childhood best friends with my best friend.
Natural means.
Yeah, very
how
natural.
people meet people.
Yeah, and there was just one day where I was like, oh, I really like you, like type of vibe. And we both were just like, we're not going to be friends. Like, this isn't, we're not giving friendship here.
Well, good for you. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, it's interesting. He lives in Vegas, where I'm from.
Oh wow.
You guys are. He's from Vegas.
Well, I'm from Vegas.
I know, but he lives in Vegas.
Yeah, but not like
That's
lives
gotta
in
be a
Vegas,
pain in
like
the butt.
trenches. He's very successful, which is good. But I'm still. I mean, you can take the girl out of Vegas, but you can't take the Vegas out of the girl. So
Yeah.
I bond with a Vegas guy. Like our core values are fucked up, but the same.
There's
But the long distance is hard. It's really hard. I don't know
Yeah.
if
Is he?
it's for
Well, does
me.
he want to move to LA?
No.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, and like, how much do I really?
Why
want
would he want to stay in Vegas? No offense. I know you grew up there.
Yeah.
My parents lived there. My grandparents lived there. I've
Really?
been there a lot. The fact that this man wants to stay in Vegas is a red flag.
But the thing is I was like that for a while. I moved out of Vegas when I was like 15, so like 9 years ago. And for a while I was like, fuck that city, for whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I kind of came around to it again. Like, I love it again. And I see why people who are really like he's in like real estate vibes, you know what I mean? So he's like very successful in Vegas. Like if you're living lavish as fucking Vegas, the cost of living is great there. You get the vibe of a big city, but it's not too much. Like weather's pretty nice except for when it's really cold or really hot. Like Vegas people are just very fucking real, tell you how it is, like vibes. There are some perks to living in Vegas.
It's such a weird place, man.
Yeah,
Because it's like
I
you're
don't
on
know.
Mars. It's like in the middle of fucking nowhere.
And that's why I'm like innately like a bitch from Mars. You know, I've been saying
Okay. But it's like,
Yeah.
it's like the most transient city. It's like,
it's insane for sure.
Yeah.
Raising kids there is crazy to me. Like I remember growing up being like 14. Like, why the fuck would my parents choose to raise me here? You know, especially because we were poor. I was like, of all cities, like raising a kid poor in Vegas is very scary. You know what I mean? Because like it's a city of just drugs and alcohol and
it's fucked
sex
up.
and
It's crazy.
dirty money. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and it's so easy to get like caught up in that, you know?
so what was your growing up there like? I mean, were you a hooligan growing up there?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
To the fullest extent. That's like why I started YouTube, doing story times about the shit I was getting into in Vegas.
Right.
Absolutely. You're just like 21 by the time you're like 13, 14. You're partying in the hotels and the casinos and you know what I mean? Everyone's selling drugs, doing drugs.
So what did your parents do for a living? When did you guys move there?
They lived there for like 20 years before me.
Okay.
And they were like older, like a lot older.
Your parents are older.
Yeah.
Are you an only child?
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
But they're not like my best friend's family like basically adopted me when I was like 13 like and took me in. Like now every holiday I go see them. They're my family 100%. But like my family I was born into, they were just very crazy. I mean all their money was very elite. It's so hard. I can't say a lot of things for legal reasons. There's like a whole
With your parents?
Really?
which is nuts.
Well, so how long did you live with your parents?
I mean, I guess technically until I was like 15, but like by 14, I was like staying with my friends for like months at a time and shit. Like I was out. It was just a very volatile environment. And
So growing
You
up
know.
with your parents, they were like, do they have like some kind of, like, what was it? How much older are they?
my parents were like in their 50s raising me.
Okay.
And they just, in my opinion, weren't very good people. Like we just, you know what I mean? They weren't, I was very independent. Like I did everything on my own for as long as I can remember. Just even my meals and my money and getting to school and doing anything. That's one of the main reasons I dropped out of school. Like it was just like, nothing was a functioning routine and I never learned that. I was very much so independent. And anytime I really needed to fall on a parental figure for anything, it was always my best friend's family.
That's got to be
And still
painful,
is.
though, that like your relationship with your parents is so fraught.
100%,
That's
100%.
hard. That's really.
And obviously being an only child through that as well and not really having someone to like, and that's why I credit my best friend to like saving my life or like being my brother. He still lives with me to this day. Like he's literally my brother and it's amazing. I credit him to really helping me with that. And I've tried to work out, there's so much trauma and so many things that I can't wait to talk about one day. Jeanette McCurdy wrote that book that was like, I'm glad my mom died.
Yeah, is
And
it like that?
It 100%.
Holy fuck, dude.
Like, I can't wait until, but
You want your parents to die?
I don't want them to die. I don't want anyone to
Would
die.
you be sad if they died?
It's weird. I just had this recently. Like, I guess I found out through the grapevine that my mom was like super sick, I guess, right? My birth mom. And
you don't talk to him at all. You don't know anything
and
about
even
them.
then, it was like, it was up in the air of like, what if she dies, right? And I had this whole existential moment of like, I remember crying and I was like, why am I crying? Like, I don't feel like this person ever loved me. But it's sad knowing that it's closed. I guess you'll always have that irrational hope that they could one day be people and like apologize.
It's not even
right?
irrational. We need the love of our
Well, I just mean situationally irrational. I know they never will.
Yeah.
And I was like, why? You know what I mean? And I went to therapy about it a lot. My therapist was like, and it's hard too when you talk to people about it because it's very much like, what if my mom dies? And everyone's like, call her, talk to her. That's your mom. And I've always been such a firm believer in like, because people have said that to me my whole life. And, you know, I'm like, I don't talk to my parents. They're not my cup of tea. And people are like, but it's your mom, it's your dad. But to me, it's, if someone never shows you the love.
When you say it wasn't my cup of tea, I don't think people understand.
I know
because it sounds like
I'm speaking in my legal terms.
It sounds like there was abuse.
Absolutely.
It sounds like it was a really traumatic.
Absolutely.
You know,
but
and so
I've said that before, and then I've been in court having to almost pay millions of dollars for slander.
Really?
You can slander your parents?
Apparently,
like what damage are you going to do to them?
Yeah,
So are you going through litigation right now with your parents?
This was
it's over.
This was like 2-3 years ago, probably.
And did you guys settle?
Yeah, because it's basically. I guess I can talk about this. I don't know. I mean,
well, did you sign an NDA?
I signed a non-disparagement.
So don't disparage them. That means you can be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll disparage them.
I received a letter, you know, that basically said, you said these things on this reality show. You know, when I was on MTV and I had a show, we went and kind of toured my childhood homes, and I said a lot of things that someone in court could say, you know, create a loss of income, or, which is so untrue. It was definitely just a cash grab. Everyone was very, in my opinion, but everyone was very aware of it being like that. And it went back and forth for a while. And then it got to the point where it would have been, and this was peak COVID, so it was all over Zoom and just awful for my mental state as well. Like having to just like relive so much stuff all the time that to me, I felt like I had been beginning to put to rest. And it got to a point where it would have been years in court, and it would have been a public trial, and it would have been like medical subpoenas all the time, and just like so much shit.
You couldn't get rid of it on like before a trial?
I tried as hard as I possibly could.
What the fuck?
And I don't want to see them. I don't want to talk to them ever again. I don't want to feel that way ever again. I don't want to watch them defend that all the shit that they did to me was that they were good parents. Just watching, in my opinion, lie. And yeah, we settled, and I had to pay them like $200,000.
Wow.
That must
have felt like shit. Oh my God. That was like the day in my head where they really like, they were dead to me. You know what I mean? Because if you can do that to your kid.
I'm mind blown.
Yeah, you suck. But words can't express how grateful I am for my best friend's family. Like they are literally my mother and my father, and he has siblings, and they're my brother and my sister, and I'm lucky as fuck. Because you know what I mean? I guess so many people don't go through Tana Mongeau's life where you have a reality show and your parents sue you. And
that was I would say that is a very, 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 very rare upbringing. 100%. What you're describing. Like that's wild. Do you find it odd that like there's two people, they apparently love each other, or they're still together, right? They're not divorced.
Look, I mean, it was the most toxic thing.
They were not like a happy married couple.
At all.
So it was just all bad. Loveless house.
But 100%. But I think that trauma bonds are very real. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. I couldn't tell you what they're doing, where they're at, anything like that. Probably spending my money, probably at the casino.
What was it that you said that they sued that they took issue with? Without saying it's true, just saying this is what
because the way that type of lawsuit works, especially because you can do it two ways. You can pay a lawyer a lump sum, or pay a lawyer hourly, or pay a lawyer, retain them to go do it, or you can pay a lawyer a percentage of if you win.
Yeah.
And those are That's what they had. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That type of lawyer. And that's scarier too, because then the lawyer is like hungry to, because if they don't win, they don't win any money. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So it's just 1,000 anecdotal sentences. Like, oh, there were roaches in my house
Just a
growing
bunch
up.
of shit.
Or, oh, I remember, like, you know what I mean? Hypothetically, I could have said something like, oh, I didn't eat for a week growing up. Like there was no food, or there was roaches in the house, or
So they just itemized all this shit.
itemized everything, and then I just had to sit in court and sit there and go through every single sentence and defend it as hard as I can. Like I was talking about how when I got to LA, one of the first things I spent money on was an immense amount of dental work, and then it was because I never really
had dental care.
You can't say it. You can't say it. Yeah, but you can say you got a bunch of dental work, and we can infer what that means.
Yeah. Everything. It was crazy for sure.
Damn.
But I definitely.
And you had to sit through that, and they would sit there too on Zoom.
A lot of it, luckily, thankfully, was mediation based, where I would say something to a mediator, and the mediator would go say it to them, and then they would say something to the mediator, and the mediator would come back and say it, which honestly I think really saved my mental health a lot, because I think that if I had to, you know what I mean, it would have been a lot harder. It was crazy. I just hired my what would be my executive assistant for the next like 3 years, and her first like real thing with me. Like now it's like, come help me with Dizzy. But with her, it was like, let's go to court every day. And I need you to take notes. And it was nuts. That's how I knew she was a great person and rode for me, because it was very intense. But yeah.
Shout out. She's here.
Shout out Kyla. No, that's big. But
that's pretty incredible that you survived that. That sounds really, really fucking
yeah, it's hard.
crazy.
I'll definitely have to unpack a lot of trauma but in my life. But you know what I mean? I got a lot of therapy about it, and the therapist was helped me work through the fact that, like, why do I want to give peace to people who never gave me peace, and type of thing.
You want to give peace to them?
No, like if they were dying, like I would only be saying like goodbye for them.
Would you do that if they were like on their deathbed? Would you say anything? No. What if they what if you're, whatever, what if they called you and they're like, hey, I'm dying, I just want to
I wouldn't answer.
Really?
I mean, well, I don't answer unknown callers, and I wouldn't answer if it was their number, I guess. And I mean, I guess if somehow an interaction happened where we were on the phone, they said that, I would probably just respond like a human being. Like, I'm really sorry that's happening, and hope you were in a better place in the last quarter. Got any shit you can sell to give me my money back?
Well, you can't defame dead people. Just saying.
Trust me, I think about that.
Once they expire,
that actually, I want to write a book so bad. I've written so much about all the shit I've done in LA, but to me it feels so incomplete without
huge.
a childhood story. So that's honestly the only reason I don't have a serious but life story up until now out, I guess.
Well, I'm kind of
as parents, yeah, me too. Like, we're parents now, and I can't even imagine. Like,
that's what's exciting for me, though. I will say one of the things that brings me like peace and happiness is one day I can't wait to be a mother who loves their children so much.
And do it your way.
Absolutely. And you know what I mean? And maybe that was the purpose of all of it. I don't know. I'll never know. So anyways, guys, what's Philip Defranco up to?
It's so sad. It's so sad. And I feel like...
I think it tells... It's very... I mean, this is a huge part of who you are. And
I think that's why it really
is
so crazy.
It explains a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just kidding.
But how could you not be crazy, like, and do crazy stuff? It's like, what the hell?
My first manager, I really accredit to teaching me a lot of so much just social shit I never learned. Like how to, you know what I mean? I accredit so many of my OG scandals to me just being like a lawless fucking fatherless rat. Mm-hmm. You know, like I needed to learn a lot.
Was there one parent that you had a bigger issue with, or were they both kind of equally horrible?
Equally horrible in different ways.
Wow.
I think, you know what I mean?
God damn.
Yeah.
Being sued by your own parent, I feel like it's like a stab in the heart. It's like, what the hell?
We weren't in a good place, you know, when it happened, I guess, but I didn't. That's just such a further thing, you know what I mean?
Yes, but
it's so hard. I hate having to talk about it because you know me. That's the only time I can't talk about shit the way I want to is when there's legality, and it drives me. And that's what sucks too, is feeling silenced about it for sure. But like, I don't even know. Like, they always, in my opinion, I think that my financial success excited them. There were a lot of instances where I was paying for things, you know what I mean, for them by force. My 18th birthday was the happiest day of my life because I'd been doing this for like 3 years, and they were, I was a minor. They were controlling my finances.
Really?
So, absolutely.
Wow.
They were collected. Like, if you got a check from YouTube, they would take it.
Or like not give
spend
you. Oh my God, really?
They had access to it.
I mean, yeah, you have to be emancipated legally, at least in the state of Nevada.
I guess that makes sense. I mean, you're under 18. Usually parents aren't that horrible to do that.
100%. And oh my God, and I was so bitter for years seeing the people with the like loving momager who like helps. Oh my God. But yeah, in Nevada, you have to be like legally emancipated, and usually an emancipation requires a sign off of the parents. But what parent who wants the benefits of
of
are
course.
gonna, and then obviously there's other ways around that, but they were just so difficult.
Had you looked into the legal options of like separating from your parents? It was that bad?
Oh my God. I remember being 14, like knowing what emancipation meant. You know what I mean? Like I was, oh yeah.
And so I find that interesting. So at what age were you starting to make money based on your career?
Probably 16, 17.
And were you making like a good amount of money back then that was like...
Yeah, I mean, I remember my first AdSense check was like, I remember it was like $5,000.
Wow.
That's life-changing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Especially if you're 16.
And I'd been dropped out of school for a couple years. It didn't seem like anyone cared about my future. And I was working a minimum wage job.
What were you doing?
I did retail, a bunch of different retail, like
Yeah.
PacSun and
Yeah.
different stores like that.
Yeah.
And in my head, it was like, I'm going to have to work my way up here and save money if I ever wanted a future in an education, or I'm going to go be a stripper because I live in Vegas. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, fuck, what do you do?
Were you
so it was
able to save
life-changing.
money?
Yeah.
You were able to keep some of the money for yourself.
Yeah. And I don't think it was, I wasn't just I never noticed, like, I don't even know. I get so scared to say anything. Because God, I would hate to be back in court. But the shit was just getting bought a lot by, you know what I mean? And I'd moved out at one point, like by 16 or 17, I don't know if I can say all of this. I really don't. I don't think it's in my best interest to tell this story legally. I'm sorry.
Do people know all this stuff? Is this something you've talked about, like with your
This is
background?
actually
and
the
your parents'
most in-depth. I've talked about it.
People
but
do, because I feel like it's so important to who you are. That
100%, and that was a real battle with it. Like, and it still is emotionally for me. I would love to be able to just tell my fucking, and I thought I was until I, received that shit. Like I thought I was able to.
What's the consequence of doing that? I wonder. Like, if you consulted with an attorney, you're like, I just want to say everything. Like, what happens? What's
another lawsuit?
Another lawsuit.
If that's their journey,
How can they win that lawsuit though? Or you don't even want to go through that. You don't want to go.
I don't want to go through it. I really, really, really don't.
I get
and
it.
it's a lot of money and like it's
time,
and
emotional. Yeah.
It's just terrible.
I remember thinking at one point, like the lawyer, again, their lawyer was so hungry because it was based on that, and the things the lawyer would just come and say, like, are you sure you want to be in court? Because we're gonna pitch it like this, this, and this.
We're gonna drag it out.
And you're a drugged out Hollywood awful piece of shit who doesn't love their family, and you have two sweet, two sweet elderly parents who just loved you so much and were the best. Like it scares you.
Yeah, it's so bullshit.
Like,
that's not how the world works.
Is a court gonna side with?
0% chance, but it's the emotional battle.
Yeah, but I mean, for a while, I think in that time, I really believed, like, what if people didn't believe me? Which is like scary, I guess.
Yeah.
That's really one of the most fucked up things I've heard.
Yeah.
Empathy H3 unlocked.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I promise you, I'm fine. You don't have to 5150 me at Coachella.
No, I think actually considering all of that, I'm really impressed that you've managed all this and like going through
I thought you were
lawsuits.
just a mess because I just thought you were a mess. But now I see that there's a whole explanation.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that makes me appreciate
trying
you.
to clean up the mess all these years, but we'll get there. I guess I'm not like, you know how I am. I don't fucking care if people like me or don't. One day I'll be able to tell my whole life story and maybe I'll win some people back. But
I can't wait to read it.
thank you.
It's gonna be. You know, it's what there's like a special poison in that where it's like they put you through this and then they don't even let you have the story.
That's what sucks. That's what sucks. Well, I think some people are often narcissistic with abuse and they don't even want to believe that they are. They don't believe that they are that.
Denial.
And that's all I ever wanted my whole life, you know, just like, hey, I'm sorry. But that's never, you know.
Yeah.
Some people can't come to terms with.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that the fantasy that one day they just apologize and like
Now,
they're like, we were right, you were right, and we were wrong?
Now because I've healed from that regard. I guess I'm not looking for it. It wouldn't. Like now, I just like cool, you know. Like when I was younger, absolutely. And you always wish it was different, but I'm also not upset with the hand that I've been dealt. And in the end, I was just home and my man and I went and visited my family and they're just so sweet. And it was like so, like Amari, like my best friend's family, it was awesome. Like, you know, it's normal to me now and I love it and I love them. So
Thank God for that, eh?
Yeah.
We're good
They're
people
the
out
best.
there. All right, I'm gonna thank a sponsor. We just have one sponsor, and then I want to get right back to where we left off. It's really fast. It's a gamer. So you want to go to the bathroom or something while we do this? Yeah, I'm just saying if you want to.
oh no, I'm chilling.
Cool. Gamers Sup. Brought to you by child abuse. Perfect segue. Every time.
But see, I love that. That you're just my kind of people. Whenever people, seriously.
Thank you. I appreciate it. No, I
That's
think we
why I'm dark for
we
sure.
definitely have a similar
Sense of humor, coping mechanisms.
there. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So anyway, GamerSup, we love GamerSup, guys. GamerSup has a mobile app, and all drops will be accessible 20 minutes early through the app. So what? Flavors, cups. Damn, dude.
Damn, where's mine?
Hold on. You want some GamerSup?
I smell it.
Yeah. Sorry, my lipstick.
You like that? We used Philly D for the ad because he starts all his videos with "Sup, beautiful bastard."
Oh, I forgot about that.
GamerSup.
I'll never forget hearing that on like the day of TanaCon, and I was just like, oh, this is
Oh
about.
yeah.
Oh my God.
So let's see. Let's get the app, guys. 20 minutes early. Download the mobile app and get early access to the waifu cup. So that's important because they always sell out on the site quickly. Tastes great. I always hit the black cherry. This to me is a work of art, and I love GamerSup because it's not sugary, but it tastes great. It's got caffeine. It's the perfect jolt in the morning. It hydrates you. It's got caffeine. You know, sometimes I don't want to have a coffee, right?
That's fair.
You know,
That's fair.
Yeah.
you guys.
Oh, I'm reaching out to them. I can't wait to be sponsored by them when my podcast is back.
Can I talk about this back conversation?
Want to do it after the ad?
Gamers Up. Code H3 at checkout.
They're cool. They won't mind. They're cool. We love them. Yeah, guys, please support GamerSup because I mentioned child abuse during the ad read. They have nothing to do
They're
with
sponsoring you. That's like,
They know.
you might as well be reading scripture, you know?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Anyway, tastes great. Name a favorite flavor, which is black cherry. There's no sugar. It doesn't break fast. It's ketosis friendly. And you know I'm always in that state of ketosis. They also have caffeine-free flavors.
The pink is cute.
If you just want a tasty beverage, cheers to GamerSup. What flavor did you get?
I am queen
Black
of
cherry.
doing other people's
Black
ads
cherry,
with
get
them
that.
for no money.
Well, I'm going to need help
This
on
happens
this
to me
one.
all the fucking time when I'm on a podcast and I'm like, BetterHelp is so amazing. And I'm like, they dropped me.
Right.
Like, what
Me
the fuck
too,
are
by
you
the way.
doing, Tana?
Yeah, they didn't want to work with us.
But yeah, they dropped the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Now it's all about cerebral.
Oh, what's Cerebral?
What
is
is
that a
that?
different one?
Yeah.
They're cool with.
Tana. I
love that.
That's enough.
God bless them.
Enough said, really.
Yeah. Apparently, it's nice, right?
Tastes like black cherry Kool-Aid.
That's what I'm saying. And it's got caffeine. It's GamerSup.
My
Sup,
hands
sup.
my hands under the table for 1% of the check right now.
I'll sign it too. Yeah. What flavors you guys like?
Blue raspberry.
I don't know if I've tried blue raspberry.
There's a gun to his head. I'm sorry.
There basically is. It's under the seat. You ever hear those rumors about the seats with CO2 cartridges that shoot up people's ass?
No.
What?
What?
There was always this rumor that I heard as a kid. Because apparently there's the way that the seat goes up.
Where are these at? Like Chipotle or?
Oh no, the seats we're in right now. Apparently, this is probably not even true. But the seat goes up with a CO2 cartridge. That's not true, right, Dan? That's totally made up.
Oh, like you're saying CO2 was I thought it was like a death thing.
When I was a kid, they say sometimes the CO2 cartridge would shoot out into people's ass.
I've never heard that.
And I believed it. I don't know what kind of chair they were sitting in.
I don't know. That's kind of fun.
Anyway, guys, please go to this link because we're in trouble. Go to gamersups.gg/H3, links in the description. You get a free sample pack for the next 24 hours. What the freak?
Woo!
Free? It's free sample pack. All you have to do is hit add to the cart, hit checkout, enter your mailing address, and enter your mailing address and email address. You don't have to add a credit card or anything. That's a good deal. Your total will be $0, and you're going to get a free sample sent right to your door. After you miss the 24-hour window, you can always still use code H3 for 10% off your order. It's free. Go there. Get it. Get a free sample. You're going to love it. Gamersups.gg/H3. Thank you. We love you, Gamersubs. Forgive me. Look, at the end of the day, Dan and Hila were like, we would kill button that right now if we could. I can't change who I am.
I know. That's why the kill button is on its way.
That's it. See, exactly. We had to get a kill button, $20,000 hardware, where $20,000.
Okay.
It's like what the NBA uses and like live broadcasts.
Okay.
So that we can be live, and then if I say something horrible, which happens.
Like this episode brought to you by child abuse.
But that was funny. I made Tana laugh. That was worth it.
So what? You press the kill button and what?
It erases it.
It goes back like 30
you
seconds.
still run the risk that someone was screen recording it, yes?
No. So it runs through this machine on a 30-second delay.
Okay.
So then if we hit the kill switch, the 30 seconds is gone.
Yeah.
Nobody sees it.
So the live stream will have a little bit of a delay.
30-second delay, it's gone.
That's sick.
Oh, and
Yeah.
then the coolest thing is like, it. What did you say about how it gets the kill spot back again, Dan?
Oh, it'll then afterwards play slightly in fast motion so that it can get that delay
Or slow
back.
motion, right?
Right. No.
Like,
That's
Yeah, the
If I
game.
had that across my whole
Right.
career, I would be sponsored by
Be so
fucking
rich.
Coca-Cola right now.
For sure, dude.
Right now.
I would be
You'd
in
I'd
McDonald's.
Be like, Gamers up, bitch, check this
We'd have the
Coke
fucking
Zero.
golden arches right here.
Absolutely. That's insane.
Yeah.
And that's so funny being so self-aware that you
It's
do something
fucked
like
up.
that. You spend
Bro,
fucking 20 grand on it.
I was saying, we were talking about recently, I've lost, and I'm not even being facetious, millions of
Same.
dollars.
Oh my God, same. Oh my God.
But I don't get it. It's like, are you guys really babies? Like, you're sponsoring me. You know what it is. You know what I mean? It's like,
Wild.
stop it.
It's so wild. I've, you know what I mean? I'll take my Fashion Novas and my vibrator deals and my
That's everything.
But then I get a weird rogue one always where it's like this, you know what I mean?
You sure? They're like, yeah, like someone like Audible comes, you're like,
Yeah.
"You
I'm like,
sure?"
are you fucking sure?
And then and then like one person sends them an email, and then they're like,
Never again. Oh, absolutely.
well, I do have Tourette's though. For the record, gamer subs, if you complain, you're ableist.
That's lit.
Just saying.
That's lit. God gifted you there. Licked by the Lord.
What
Love
is
it.
anyway, so thank you to them. Moving on. So you moved to California when you were 18, right? Or before that?
Well, I think technically like 18, but I was staying with friends for like 6 months at a time and like shit like that until I could actually sign a lease.
What were your parents thinking when you were like with your friend's family for 6 months? Were they trying to get you back? Were they trying to make contact? Did they not care, or you feel like you don't even want to say?
I mean, maybe all of the above. They were probably like, "Fuck yeah, we have $5 more today to not feed this rat." No, I'm just kidding. I actually don't know. I mean, well, usually it would be something awful would happen, you know, or something. In my opinion, something would happen where it'd be like, okay, I gotta go. I'm out. You know what I mean? And then it would just be, you know what I mean?
So you would need.
I always felt, like it was a lot. Like I felt a lot like it was like my fault. You know what I mean? And it like, obviously you grow up now and you realize none of it was your fault. But at the time it was like, well, you know what I mean? It felt like I was choosing to leave and I was, you know.
Yeah. As you've grown up and been through therapy and stuff, you notice kind of how this really messed up, unorthodox relationship with your parents like manifests in your own experiences of dealing with people?
Absolutely. I think for so long, even just in my relationships, I definitely associated, and not knowingly, do you know what I mean? But you associate turbulence and chaos and toxicity with love. You learn.
Little Zan is now, we make
like
sense.
all my toxic relationships, absolutely. Just, you know what I mean?
That's interesting.
You think love has to be earned. You think that, you know what I mean? There's no pull without push. There's no good without bad. And you have to severely re-hardwire your brain. And I still struggle with that. Like when something's just so healthy, my innate reaction is like, I'm bored. But it's like, you're not bored. You just don't think this is love. Or you just weren't conditioned to think this is love. And you have to really hardwire your brain in a different way. 100%.
So
that's common with a lot of people. You know what I mean? Just you grow up in a toxic, turbulent, abusive, volatile household and you're learning at such a young age, like, this is what love is. You know what I mean?
So when you say like I'm kind of over that era, is that kind of what you mean? Where like you've kind of been able to associate what love means to you in a healthier way?
Yeah, and I'm able to, you know, maybe innately I'll always want to go for that, but at least now I'm able to, I think, just sit there and be like, okay, this isn't right. I can't do this. This isn't healthy. This isn't, you know what I mean? Instead of just being like, this is love. This is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Still love a little toxicity for fun. That'll always be.
Yeah, I feel that. The bad boy.
That was the hand I was dealt, I guess.
Am I a bad boy, Hila? Do you think I'm a bad boy? Didn't we do a poll and people actually thought I was a bad boy?
We did do a poll. I don't remember the results. I'd have to go check.
You're like, in a way, because there could be situations where like you're not even aware of the rules.
Yeah, maybe more like
you don't play by the rules so much. You're not
vocally,
even,
socially.
Theoretically, would you consider this bad boy behavior? Saying that I think someone should hypothetically, as a joke, not even a serious thing. I did once say, and it got us into a lot of trouble, somebody should bleep the NRA headquarters.
Okay.
And that's not, I didn't mean that.
Yeah.
But
bad boy, what you gonna do?
Is that bad boy behavior? Or is that just psycho behavior?
I think you're verbally a bad boy. I think you're verbally.
Physically, not.
Like, I don't see you showing up to someone's house. Word to Jeff. I don't see you sending goons to someone's house. I don't see you stealing.
So
I don't see you.
Actual, like, violent crime makes you a physical bad boy.
All right, yeah, or I don't see you doing drugs, or I don't see you treating her like shit. But I see you saying some shit.
Okay,
You're a vocal bad boy.
All right.
I agree with that. I mean, when it comes to the core things, though, he never does like bad stuff.
You should have a mouth on you.
Yo, when your parents die, will you come back for a tell-all? That'd be fire.
Absolutely, I'm gonna do a book tour.
I want you to be.
I'm gonna do a book
I can't
tour.
wait for that scoop.
We need that.
I actually
like the Oprah
appreciate
interview.
This conversation even today. It's like I was referencing earlier. It's nice to talk about different things and things you don't get to talk about, and maybe help someone versus like, what's Jake Paul's cock look like?
Oh, I did smoke crack once.
Did you really?
Yes.
Was it cocaine in something?
It was I had a friend who's like a real degenerate.
Okay.
And he had cocaine and he like turned it into crack with a penny.
Yeah.
He used like a penny.
Okay.
Do you know about that?
through the grapevine, not through personal experiences.
So I did that.
Yeah.
So what kind of crazy stuff did you get
What
into?
What did you feel like?
I did it. I didn't hit it very hard.
Yeah.
So I think we were drunk and high at the time. So I didn't feel it necessarily. So I didn't really know. I didn't hit the pipe really hard because I was nervous.
Yeah. I've been in some situations where people are, I guess, smoking cocaine. So you could maybe, this was Vegas long time ago, not
crack.
something I would do now. Did I just say I did crack on age 30?
What's wrong with that? I always talk about my crack experience. I've done lots of drugs, and I
Yeah,
like.
but you're so reformed.
Let's
you're like a
smoke
father
crack
now. Like,
together. Do you understand?
I'm gonna be leaving like catch steak on like a nice date this week, and there's gonna be like a paparazzi like, Tana, did you do crack?
Just say,
And it's
yeah,
gonna
what's
suck.
up?
I guess that's all you really
Just
can do.
shout out Fashion Nova. They don't give a fuck. Fashion Nova
I think
actually
I did
just
crack with the CEO.
actually interestingly,
That's a joke. Love you,
Fashion
Ray.
Nova. I just read sponsoring Ghislaine Maxwell. She does really nice fits.
Oh my! Well, they do have a whole blazer two-piece set section. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
That's good for court.
she's good. She looks good for an older lady.
Yeah, there's so many really funny jokes I could make right now. That was like such a setup for like maybe 12 jokes, but I think that it's in my best interest to make
See, you're smarter than
absolutely
me.
all of them. But just know I'm
There's
thinking
something
that.
to learn.
and-
But I love gamer stuff. I just made a little joke to make Tana laugh.
Well, I'm in my.
But I love gamer stuff. What does not understand?
I'm in my dark sense of humor era. I credit Jeff fully. I've always said this. I have like if we were off camera, I probably would have made the joke. Sometimes I forget that there's a platform, and it's not. I don't know who I'm telling this, but it sometimes I just don't want to say things on a platform. But my sense of humor is very dark, for sure.
I believe you.
The darkest it could possibly be. But where is Ghislaine now?
Oh, she's in jail.
Right?
Yeah, she's chilling.
Is that just like done?
I mean, she's in jail. I think, did she have her trial already? What's that? Can we get some Ghislaine Maxwell updates?
Yeah, she
please?
was sentenced to
I like
20
Ghislaine. I've
years
always
in
said
prison.
Ghislaine. It sounds like you're saying like G
last
Herbo, like a
summer.
rapper name.
I think it's.
Sorry, G.
Wait, how do you say it?
Ghislaine.
I think that's right.
Oh, I like Ghislaine though.
It's
Ghislaine.
Ghislaine.
She has like street credit.
Jiz Lane, I called her for a while, which I don't think that's right.
Oh my god. That's
No
see,
shit. G Lane has the
Lane.
same lawyer as Harvey Weinstein. Let's
didn't-
fucking go.
He just got sentenced.
He sure did.
Like
Oh,
for the
really?
third time, he's so fucked.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
what? Still, he's getting
That's
sentenced?
awesome.
Because like
though.
he's been sentenced in like a bunch of different
Oh
states.
my god.
He's getting thrown around like a hot potato, like a raping hot potato.
Absolutely, which is awesome. It's so awesome. Like I love to see it. You know, that's so.
You had mentioned that people have asked you what Jake Paul's dick looks like. What does it look like?
You're done. No, I'm just kidding. You're done. But I respect the elephant memory. I respect the elephant memory.
Wait. What? Harvey Weinstein got charged for raping the governor of California's wife?
That's right.
Really?
No way.
But she wasn't. I'm assuming
This was years ago. She was an actress,
Whoa.
but she is now currently married to Gavin.
You know
Newsom.
he's fucked. Gavin Newsom,
Yep.
Wow.
Is it Gavin Newsom's
his
wife?
wife. He's our governor.
Oh my god.
You know, if I was him, I would be like, boy, I don't know how you can fuck with him anymore. I mean, the guy's in jail forever.
Yeah. Crazy.
So, Sybil Newsom. Is she famous? I don't know who she is. Good for her, though. Justice for Sybil. Sybil? Sybil? Justice for Sybil. Do you think Newsom's hot? He's handsome, isn't he?
They're a really good looking couple.
He's slick.
No way he looks like that.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
super handsome. He's like slick as fuck, dude.
No way he looks.
Maybe the
Kinda
most
looks
beautiful
like
governor ever.
A character from
Ever.
a comic movie to me. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, Two-Face.
right?
Before he got like
Or
fell
like,
in a
what's
vat
his
of
name?
acid.
What's his name?
Gavin
American
Newsom.
Psycho.
Oh, totally.
Oh yes,
What's his
totally.
fucking name?
Christian Bale.
Yeah, Christian Bale.
Yeah, he's a handsome king.
No way. And he's aging like fine wine. Gavin Newsom. Call me.
He takes really good care of himself. You can tell.
And have you ever been in LAX in the airport and they play the thing that's like, this is Gavin Newsom and don't have an unattended bag. And it's like the most random thing ever.
my
But
God.
I remember
That's
being in
funny.
LAX being like, he sounds hot.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, he's got. It's, a lot of people think he might become prez one day. Dan, what do you think about that?
Oh my God.
Are you pro Gavin Newsom?
I am not super pro Gavin Newsom, no, but yeah, he's almost certainly
Dan
gonna run
hates
for president.
every politician.
But
though,
yeah,
is one of
that's
them.
I mean-
what's fucked about me, because I have no political views. You know what I mean? Like, if JFK was president, like in this day and age, he could have been doing anything, and I would have been like, yes, Daddy Slay. Like, and it's just, you know,
I think he was.
so hot.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. I mean, honestly, I didn't get really interested in politics till I was like in my 30s. To be totally honest with you,
That's true. Oh my
'Cause it
god, I
starts-
forget that we're like
I'm
older.
old as fuck. I'm 37.
That's like
Yeah.
not old at all.
I'm 35.
But no, but you're like 24. You said.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I'm like 80, kind of, with all the trauma.
Right, emotionally 80.
No, no.
Life experience.
I have a lot to go for sure. But are you happy when you see, and this is no shade because I love this man. I love him. You know I do. I came on here with him. When you see like Mike Malak, would you ever want a lifestyle like that?
How old is Mike? He's old as shit too.
He's your age, I believe.
Listen, would I
What do you mean
want to
by
trade
that?
lives with Mike? I mean, my life is way cooler than Mike's. My life rules. Mike just hangs out with porn stars all day and
love to
has
see it.
sex with porn stars and is rich and doesn't have kids and has a ton of free time and goes to shows and does fun things. See, there's another porn star and he just, who would want that life?
Boring.
What a fucking
Yeah.
loser.
Tomato.
He cruises around Saudi Arabia, whips.
What is this
I made
photo?
this my lock screen. I sent it to like 9 people I knew. I love this photograph.
Who wouldn't want to? He probably toured Saudi Arabia and whipped Filipino slaves that they have there building like buildings and shit.
Here we go.
They were just like eating burgers. but-
It's so awesome. Flying on private jets. No, my life's awesome. I definitely fuck Mike.
Have you had him back on since our beef squashing?
No, but I do love Mike. He's actually really nice. We texted a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate you having me on so much after that episode. Like I just, we know the story. I got the surgery and I was off
Yeah.
painkillers and I was just like not a human, but I was so scared that I would never get to go back on and that would be like my H3 peak.
No, I'm so happy we're friends because I genuinely am. This is nice. I feel like
happy
this
too.
is a bestie thing.
I love
happening
it. I
from
love
the show
it.
thing.
We're giving new 3 frenemies.
Yeah.
No, better. Sorry.
Here's kind of
It's just so hard not to
Speaking of situations you can't talk about, like
yeah.
that's the one in our life
Yeah.
that really sucks because like Ethan is such an open person and I am too. Like when
Yeah.
it comes to our online stuff, I mean, we pretty much share
I don't think I have
literally
one private
everything.
thing in my
Yeah.
life.
Yeah,
Like-
does that bother you? Is it legal that you can't say things
No.
or it's
Wait,
for
what
the
are we
greater
talking
good?
about that I can't talk about?
Just frenemies.
Oh,
stuff.
that's just like a personal
It's
thing.
not legal.
Yeah.
It's just family.
And that doesn't bother me. I've talked about that shit so much now. There's nothing left to say about it.
Do you guys? You're like, there's nothing left to say about it. I'm like, well, here's
mean,
my
listen-
scroll.
No, you can ask me whatever you want, and if I don't want to talk about
Yeah.
it, then I won't. Like
Do you guys still speak with Moses?
no. And it's really hard.
Moses to me,
Moses is
My brother.
your brother.
isn't that crazy
Yeah,
as
that is
fuck?
crazy.
really
I just
hard.
feel
It's really
Were
hard.
you very close your whole life?
Yes.
Dude,
That
we
is
used to
hard.
hang out with him every
He was the
week.
closest one.
Every week, dude.
It really does suck.
And then
And it's really hard on my whole family that we don't talk because I have 2 other siblings and
Yeah.
they talk with him.
Yeah.
And my mom obviously
It's
talks
very
to him.
hard to
And
be the one
So like
kind of
we can't have
choosing.
like a holiday
Yeah.
together. We can't
Yeah,
have like
so you wouldn't
Hell
be in the
no.
same room. Yeah.
and so
I
in
would
that
sooner.
regard,
I would sooner. I'm just gonna say it. I would sooner make up.
Don't.
With, oh, don't say it. I'm out.
No, I don't want you to say that. I know what you're gonna
I'm out.
say.
Hey, this is me right now. Verbal bad boy. Also smoked crack once.
Like someone just
My life
fucking made
rules.
that at a fucking desk right here. You're telling me that?
yeah, Cam. made
Yeah,
it.
Cam is our
He's
guy.
our-
who
I'm,
makes these-
I'm about to relaunch my podcast, and I swear to God, I could be doing it for 10 fucking years. I don't know if it's the people I attract. I don't know what it is. Sorry to all the people I just hired. I don't think you're capable
Y'all
of it.
suck. Well, Cam.
I'm actually kidding.
Cam's job is to sit there and make memes during the show. He's really good at it.
That's
Meme
that's
king.
incredible. I actually did just hire some people that do Jeff FM, and they are like that good. So that's good.
Jeff, the Jeff FM guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're okay. They
I'll
look up
take
to
him
us.
any day.
Did you poach him?
Did I poach them?
Yeah.
I mean, not really. No. I mean, it's like we're a happy family.
Okay.
Jeff's always down to just extend. He always is like, "What's mine?"
Yeah,
is
Jeff's a
yours,"
good
right?
guy. He's a good
I
guy.
appreciate it. And I have the same offer. What's mine is yours, but I don't think he needs like a spray tan girl to come at 3 a.m. and smoke weed with him. So I don't really have much to offer him in that regard. But I appreciate it a lot.
By the way, this is the Justin Bieber guy. He's such a dollar store Justin Bieber. He's like Wish Justin Bieber, and I know that's a joke
No,
that gets
I mean,
tossed around, but it's just so accurate.
It's so
Wow.
accurate.
Oh
He's
my
like
God.
the Justin Bieber action doll.
I didn't realize
His face is all
before
fucked up.
because the other picture was far. I'm like,
It's so funny
He'll
how.
always look good to me. I can't.
No, he's handsome. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong. It's
Yeah.
just funny how he looks like Justin Bieber.
no,
he looks better in that
seriously.
one. He kind of looks like Leonardo in that one. I mean, obviously, but like
Should I call
not.
him? No.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, dollar store Justin Bieber.
That's crazy.
What is he up to now? Is he not doing?
He's
Why are we
making
looking at
music,
him
actually.
again?
He's making music. Normally,
Really?
I get the musician and then I like ruin their life so hard they're like either quitting their job in life or they're making awful music about me. But this was the reverse effect where we broke up and he became a musician and he wrote a lot of songs about our, yeah.
His last post got 900 likes. How does that make you feel? 14 weeks ago.
I'm so mature and reformed now. I feel indifferent to that. I don't.
Oh, stop! You feel something.
I really don't.
Okay.
Because it's like I would hate if someone said that about me. If I was like getting no likes.
He said sold out show.
What
Last
kind of
Friday took me a
songs?
few days to take, but like, how if there's not if you sold out, there's definitely less than this many people.
And obviously as well. Oh, this was. Obviously, as well,
on.
let's say it was, 3-4 years ago when I was really bitter, like, fuck you, I gave you everything and you cheated on me. Like,
Yeah.
you're a rat. Like, I made you. When I was angry like that, that would have, but now I just,
You've moved
I
on.
feel nothing. Yeah.
That's good. That means you moved on. Bella Thorne wrote a song about you called Stupid Fucking Bitch.
Oh my God.
Fucking give that girl a Grammy.
Oh my
Give
God.
that girl a Grammy.
She did not mince words at
She
all.
hired a girl in the music video who looked like me. I filmed a reaction
Whoa.
video to it, which I think equated maybe in views to her song. I don't even know, which made me feel better.
I didn't
don't
know about
remember.
all this.
Yeah, it's a banger. Oh my God, that was the time.
Was that a hateful thing she did, or was she being cheeky? Like, what was it?
It was kind of cheeky. Like some of the words were like, "You're stupid," but I don't remember. You know what I mean? Like you're a stupid fucking bitch. Like I hate that I loved you. It was like kind of
What did you?
air of
What
it.
happened?
What?
Why did she hate you so much?
It's a long story, but it's basically like I started dating her. And it was right as I was kind of moving out here, like, fine. And I credit so much of my like fame and success to her. She was my first like break into the mainstream world, and she taught me so much, whatever. But we were dating, and then a couple months into us kind of dating or whatever it was, she brought in this guy, Modson, this singer. And she started just dating him. He was around all the time, and it was very much an environment of it felt like we were like competing for her. Like,
you were in an open thing with her,
Yeah, like,
but
it was-
then it got weird.
yeah, and then the narrative in the press all of a sudden was thruple. They're in a thruple. They're all dating, whatever. Pretty much the entire time. So this was like a year of this, where it was just like I was dating Bella and so was he.
And it
we were
wasn't
friends.
true.
And then like we
Was
both were
it?
just dating her, and then eventually we became friends through that.
But
Especially,
you guys were never together.
well, at that time, no.
Oh,
so then
okay, we're getting okay.
So then.
I see. What
We
you're
were
doing
both
now.
just dating her, and for a while we really didn't get along. It was like, who's getting her the better fucking Valentine's Day gift? And oh my God, we have to do a matching costume, and fuck this and whatever. But it was what she wanted, and we both wanted to.
It's almost like a Mormon. It reminds me of like the Mormon reality shows I've seen where they like live out in the
Yeah,
middle
but
of.
just a fucked up weird LA stoner version. Where, like, no one showers. I shower now. I'm reformed. But
Really? What's the longest you've gone without a shower? Like genuinely curious.
I don't actually know the specific.
We
time, but
talking
you-
like 5+ days?
Have you ever been probably yeah? Have you ever been so depressed where you just I don't even you know what I mean? You're rotting in a bed and you don't.
I've been very depressed, but I don't think I've gone more than 3 days without a shower. That's my max.
That's really good. I've been
The thing is, I'm-
suicidal depressed where I just didn't leave a bed for like probably like 6 days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel I'm particularly greasy. Like
I
at
feel like
3
I'm
days.
particularly not like I
Yeah.
never I don't the internet disagrees. But so basically towards the very end, Bella like Modson and I were vibing a lot more because like I felt like me and Bella were on the outs. Him and Bella were definitely on the outs. So it was kind of like, oh my God, she's so fucking, you know what I mean? We were bonding over that. And then him and her broke up before, or no, her and I broke up before him and her broke up. Or I was dating the Brad, because I was also open with it too. I was dating Justin Bieber guy. Eventually got so serious, and Bella and I were just fighting all the time, and we were trying to mix business and work. It wasn't working. We broke up. And then a couple months later, whatever, her and Modson break up. And then Modson and I just bond. We click. We're like, fuck this past 2 years of our life. We started hanging out a lot. I was in my music making era. So he was also helping me with all of this music shit. So I was spending a lot of time with him. Eventually, him and I start dating. And which is such a, you'd think we would have just done it then. You know what I mean? Like in our throuple situation, but we didn't. And then she was very much so angry. Girl code, how could you?
Girl code. That's funny because
And that was my standpoint.
Yeah.
I'm like, girl code, bitch, you just made me fucking look like I was dating him for the last fucking 2 years. And you were fine with it when it was
Interesting.
in your world with your control, but now you hate it because we broke up with you and we don't like you. And that's what it felt like. And we just went back and forth and back and forth. And it was all online and it was so messy. And yeah, but then, I mean, eventually we both grew a lot and just kind of let bygones be bygones. We both said and did a lot of mean shit. And, you know, we were young and it was stupid.
Was there any weird or awkward? I can imagine when you have two people dating the same girl. And were you guys over like in the same house together a lot? And would she ever like go with him and hook up and you're like sitting on the couch, like shit like that? Or I just imagine like all these awkward situations.
Like, yes and no. It was never awkward, though. Like, we were all very close. So we'd just be, like, chilling. Like, there were always other people around that we'd all just be, like, hanging out with. Or I'd just be with them. It's not like they were, like, whatever, just, like, leave to go fuck, I guess. Or if they did, it'd be, like, we're all with our friends. And then they'd come back, like, 20 minutes later. Like, you know what I mean? And I'd be like, oh, cool. Like, it didn't... I was in my just very open, wild, LA dating crazy era. So it wasn't like there was so much... Like, I wasn't frustrated with that, I guess, like, at all. It didn't really, like, bother me.
So growing up as kind of like a parentless hooligan in Vegas, what kind of trouble did you get yourself into?
Everything. I was banned from, like, half of the strip by the time I was 18.
For just being, like, drunk and
Being
stuff?
underage, being drunk. I sold drugs, like, for money, for, like, not a big portion, just, like, a portion of life. I was just... reckless in every way.
What kind of drugs were you selling?
All of them.
Anything.
Yeah.
So you would go to like your dealer and just whatever they had you would buy? Like,
or like I just like had a lot of friends who were caught up in the same world, so it became so normal. You know what I mean? Like that was like a way. And at that, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't getting financial help in any way. I dropped out. Like you feel like this is the only way I'm gonna make ends meet right now, I guess. And I was never like a mass drug dealer. I was never like, you know what I mean? Like it was just like a here and there thing for.
Where would you sell to like people who came by? Were you like on
people I knew?
Yeah, people you
Just
knew.
friends that I knew. Yeah. But that also, I guess, would extend, you know, friend of a friend. Whatever. But yeah, you had to make ends meet.
So you're banned from the strip, you're selling drugs.
Oh my God, yeah. Being awful. Like just being like 16, hooking up with like fucking awful, just
nasty,
or just way older, like just you know what I mean, just awful decisions in every regard. And moving to LA was so amazing. Like I say this all the time, you know what I mean? This lifestyle like saved my life. This job, this career path, this journey absolutely saved me in my life from like fucking everything. So I thank God I was able to get out of it before it was not. You know, because I could write it off. It's like I was just young and dumb, and it was an era, and like you know, like thank God. But people get caught up in that, and that becomes people's actual life. So
yeah, definitely.
I'm very lucky.
Were you always like a funny, kind of like charismatic person, where you're like, I maybe can turn this into a career? Like, what made you think that?
Honestly, yeah, I think it takes a small bout of narcissism in any regard to put on a camera and think I'm going to film myself and put this on the internet and people might enjoy it, I guess, right? But I've always just been crazy, loud, wild, saying whatever is on my mind. And I accredit that almost to no one ever telling me like that's wrong, I guess, right? So yeah, and I just love, I don't know, I loved YouTube. I loved like Shane Dawson and I love like Jenna Marbles and all that shit. And I wanted to do it.
What's your opinion on Shane since like, have you talked to him about since like his major cancellation?
Yes. The last time I spoke to Shane was at a Jeffree Star skin event, probably like 8 months ago, 9 months ago. We've spoken over messaging a couple times since then, and it's interesting because Shane was my idol. Shane was my world. Like he's the only he saved my life, and he's the only reason I ever started
He
any of this.
saved your life? How did he save your life?
In the regard of like, in so many ways, really. But it began with like, I fell in love with the idea of him and his sense of humor as well. Him joking about fucked up shit. Obviously that didn't age well, but I'm saying at the time, to make light of trauma and to provide an escape for people who might need it. And I was that person who needed it. You know what I mean? Like I loved, you know, my household's full-blown chaos, awful. I'm crying. I hate my life. And for 5 minutes of a day, I get to escape, and Shane Dawson's day gets to make me laugh. And that saved me in so many regards, was the escapism of it all. And then I think he genuinely, like, the things that he was saying empowered me enough to think maybe I can do this too, which also saved my life in a regard. And then I accredited so much of, you know what I mean? Like I blew up because I made this video because he inspired me. And then I met him. And then at the time he was so there for me day in and day out, and like mentored the shit out of me on like how to do this and how to deal with all of the emotions of this lifestyle. And also just, you know, like pointers, business pointers. You're really funny doing this. Keep doing this, blah, blah, blah. And was there for me for years and years, all TanaCon, all the, just everything though. Like, you know what I mean? So it was hard for me when he got canceled. Like I was sad. People always say you like live long enough to see your heroes become like villains in a regard. And that's what it felt like for sure. And then it has you kind of second guessing everything. You know what I mean? Like I for so long I was just like, oh my God, now I can recognize he shouldn't have made that joke. And did our senses of humor at that time make our relationship inappropriate, or so on and so forth. And I think throughout it all, it just made me question everything and kind of gave me it was almost like a new chapter in my world, I guess. And after speaking to him, and see, I'm saying this in the same regard as other conversations we've had where I can't even think of all the jokes he made. And I'm sure I could sit here and be like, I think he's changed. I think he's grown. And someone could pull up one joke that's fucking awful and unforgivable and say, you're so wrong for forgiving him for that. So it's a hard water to tread in. But like, from what I see, because I don't see him all the time, I don't talk to him all the time. But when I have spoken to him and what I see, I feel like he's on a really great path now, which is good. And it's just, the internet's weird.
He wasn't doing controversial content for a while.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, oh shit, he was doing like blackface and
like, yeah, like that shit's inexcusable.
And asking his young cousin about sex.
Yeah,
and
that shit is
like, whoa.
absolutely inexcusable.
Yeah. It is a question though. It's like,
and it's just so weird the way the internet works. Like certain people have been canceled for worse things are still filming a video and posting it to this day. You know what I mean? Like the line on the internet of who gets forgiven and who doesn't. And yeah, it's very interesting to me.
there was this one tweet you liked that I was interested in. You said, this person tweeted, the fact Shane Dawson made Tana Mongeau pee on him as soon as she turned 18 doesn't sit right with me. I can't believe I watched that video and thought it was funny. That's like your #1 most viewed video, right?
It's one of them for sure. That's kind of what I was saying in reference to there was an era where I was questioning everything. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
You're looking back and yeah.
And that, like at that time, like I probably liked so many tweets like that about that time, about everyone, Vlog Squad shit, everything. And I think now I've come to conclusions about how I feel like about that situation. I can honestly look back and say that it's not like I literally peed on him. Like it was.
That's what I was gonna ask.
In a regard, like yeah.
You didn't pee on him.
No, I didn't like physically actually.
No pee touched him.
We made it seem like I did. Do you know what I mean? But I knew what I was doing. It's one of my most viewed videos.
He wasn't getting on. There was no like sexual.
No, yeah, like I can come to a conclusion now that I think it was too far, and we were constantly making too far fucked up jokes. But at the time, the internet loved that shit, so we normalized the fuck out of it because it didn't matter. But I don't look at that as trauma. Like, I don't look at that now as, like, that was really fucking weird, and I need to, like, you know what I mean? I just look at it as, like, a different time, too far, wild, for sure, but...
How,
it doesn't
what was your
bother me.
what's your guys' age difference? Like, how old is Shane? Let me
It's a
see.
pretty big one, I think.
So that I
But at
see
the
that
time, he was so
he's 34, so he's like
Oh.
my age,
like 10 years old.
10 years.
I mean,
But so you're 18, he's 28. That's kind of a big difference. I could see him being like making sexual videos with you.
and I think that he had a lot of growing up to do too, in the regard that like he was just always filming videos with all of anyone who had clout at the time. You know, he was in his view getting fucking era, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he was filming all these videos with that same raunchy sense of humor with all of these upcoming people, some young. And I think that he was still in that very young like mindset. And he had a lot of growing up to do.
There's one bit he does that always blows my mind, which is that puppet, the little girl puppet, who's like trying to have sex with everyone. And she's like 8. It's so fucked up. It makes me, it's so gnarly. Here, let me show you one. You know what was so crazy? He did it with the Fine Bros. The fucking Fine Bros. And they never got heat for it.
And that's kind of what I mean is that everyone just had a dark ass sense of humor and that was okay and it was a joke at that time. Because I remember laughing at every single Shane Dawson video ever.
Yeah. But you're a kid.
Millie.
Yeah, you remember Millie? This shit was, some of these jokes where you're like, what the fuck?
And I remember thinking this was the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
So Millie,
He looked so different.
Oh my god.
Are you talking about your big dick?
Wow, was he like hot? He was hot.
No.
He definitely was in that
Giving Lil
cute
Xan.
boy, that cute boy era, like the Smosh cute boy hair era.
I don't ever remember being like Shane Dawson's hot. But like,
I'm Millie!
So Millie, you a fan of the D?
Are you talking about your big dick?
That's just like right off the bat. It's like, what? Because she's like 8. It's fucking crazy.
Stick me.
What? No. I was talking about D like Deezy. Man, where did you learn how to talk like that?
From watching Selena Gomez.
Selena Gomez.
Yeah, and iCarly. She's so cool and attractive. I love the way her hair flows down her back and brushes over her tight
it's
ass.
one thing with a puppet,
Oh,
but then like
shit's
that's rogue. That's rogue.
Dude,
That's
this whole
rogue as shit.
thing.
That's not, yeah.
Experiment.
I mean, but this is,
Wasn't you, Deezy? Oh, and her newly developed
Yeah, like
breasts.
that's-
They're speaking.
That's not even the
They're
worst
saying,
thing this
"Hey,
puppet done. This
I
puppet.
love
absolutely. I remember
you
them all.
suck on
Yeah, this
It's
puppet.
a tough
haunts me.
watch.
I mean, don't
It's
you
a tough
think she's
watch, for
sexy,
sure.
Deezy?
Yeah, let me just click to
But
the
at
other.
the time, it just so wasn't, which is crazy.
Yeah, because you were a kid.
That's fair.
And the adults had no idea what was going on YouTube yet.
Right.
Can you imagine? You're like, what the fuck? You see your young daughter. Hey, you want to suck my dick?
Yeah, like,
Some 8-year-old.
Like that's crazy.
Oh, did you see all that water?
But
it's
and
making me
that
totally
like
wet.
also puts air so much to like 10 million people probably watched that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like society also thought it was funny and kept coming back.
I think that's why people, it is kind of like a grooming thing. It's weird because you're normalizing like an 8-year-old
Yeah.
girl being sexual, which is not normal.
And maybe that was a lot of what YouTube was as well. It was like shit that you just couldn't look away from. Do you know what I mean? Because people were figuring it out. Like you know what I mean? And they were like, this gets views. People can't look away. But now you can like acknowledge that
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not
Yeah.
the correct
Right.
route.
There's been a lot of awareness and all that kind of stuff. It wasn't just Shane. I think there was a lot of fucked up shit.
It was me. I said so much fucking crazy shit
Yeah,
too that
yeah.
I mean, I guess I have my age to help me with that,
Mm-hmm.
but still.
But I want to see one more.
I love you for subscribing. Bye.
Why is it just showing a fucking...
Shane, hey, Shane. Well, is it wrong to touch yourself in the nether regions?
Bro. And it's shot like a snuff film. Like, this is not okay.
Shane? Shane, can I ask you a question, Shane?
What?
Shane, will you fuck me?
Bro.
Tough watch.
That is not...
Tough fucking.
That is not funny at all. Like, that is...
Yeah, like that's.
That is just vile shit. For kids, they're just kids watching this
Yeah.
shit. I see people in chat
That's
saying I
what
was...
shaped my brain. Can we-
I think Shane traumatized you more than your parents.
no, definitely not. But,
I see people in chat saying they were 12 years old when they watched this.
Follow-up
Wow.
question?
absolutely, I probably was
What does
100%.
fucking mean?
And I hate that, obviously it's so wrong, but it's like, and that's what we'll never know about all of these things is like, at this time, was his thought process the same as the viewer? Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is just rogue and funny and people want to watch it and whatever. And that's where I think a lot of the cancellation came from, where it was like, is it that or is it something darker and deeper? And
I think, in my opinion, he thought he was just, I don't think he knew what he was doing was so fucked up. If I had to guess, I could be wrong. I know a lot of people think the other way.
I think the problem, the reason the cancellation was so serious is just the amount of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so much.
And it all kind of happened at once as well, in the regard that it was just like, we've pulled up these 100,000 things that he said and done all at once, which obviously also
was
is
so bad.
Always.
And then the Smith thing really fucked him up when this whole Smith family came down on him.
Oh.
Was that the actual girl who used to be in his vlogs? Is that what you're talking about?
No, there was a picture of him in a subway. Here, pull that up.
Like he said something about Willow Smith.
Oh.
Wanting to fuck her when she was like 12.
Oh, like the Smiths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking everything else. And like, what was it? Like,
I'm a
Jada
photo.
was like, keep my kid's name out of your mouth. Damn, they love that. Every Will Smith loves that. What did you think of that, the Will Smith moment?
Hated it.
Oh, I thought it was disgusting. I hated it. I think he's a piece of shit for that. You loved it, didn't you? Yeah, you're fucked up like that. You're like, I want my man.
No. I wasn't going to say it. No. I didn't love it, but I love to watch it at least.
Oh, I love to watch it.
And if my man did that, I probably, like...
That would be everything for you?
Well, in the moment, I would have been like, yes, slay. And then later, I would have been like, oh, maybe not.
But the thing is, he definitely didn't do it for his wife. He did it because, like, he's so fucking insecure, and she's emasculated him so much.
That's true.
But here's a disgusting video found by this user where Shane pretends to masturbate over a poster of 11-year-old Willow Smith.
Oh, that's way worse than I thought.
Oh, there's a video of it?
Yeah, this was
I think there is a video.
Yeah, I'm
What?
betting it.
And he like says her name.
What would make you think?
This is funny.
This is crazy.
Yeah, what would make you think this is funny? That was like one of the big ones of it, huh?
Here, we have the video. Paris Hilton.
Oh, Willow.
Perez Hilton. So close. Imagine Paris Hilton tweeting this.
Perez Hilton, yeah.
Living.
With your hair, baby.
Yeah, so there's
Gross.
something really fucked up here. It's like, whoa.
Tough watch.
Mamma mia. Then they got receipts on Jeffree Star. Are you cool with him?
I'm just trying to get some yak meat.
Dude, we have some. We got some fucking yak meat. You want to try it?
What?
We got Jeffree
Someone
Star's
just
yak meat.
running from the back to get the yak meat.
Olivia,
I'm so
we got
sorry.
Jeffree Star yak meat.
You did?
Yeah.
Really?
We pull all the strings.
How does it? What is it?
I don't think I'm gonna.
Oh, it's jerky.
jerky.
Yeah, it's jerky.
And like I can't lie. Like I want to go to Star Yak Ranch. What's happening there?
What's stopping you? What's happening there? I don't know. It ain't yaks.
It comes in this bag?
Yeah, that's
The
those
fact
are
that
the
y'all have
sticks.
this on deck is so funny.
What? It looks like weed or something.
I mean,
Am I trying this right now?
it's really dry, but
I don't know. Hold on.
I mean, he's got money if you get sick.
It tastes like beef jerky.
Wait, why is it so hard?
My veneers cannot bite into this, I will say.
You think it's too hard?
I would break a tooth 100%.
Yeah, I'm really crazy. Why is it so hard?
It smells good. It kind of smells like pepperoni
This was sitting
in
out for a
jerky
while.
form.
Oh.
Give it a shot.
No.
Oh, you're not gonna taste it.
It tastes like beef
Well,
jerky.
I literally, the veneer of it all, I can't.
What foods do you avoid to protect your
This
veneers?
is too hard to chew. on.
Like if a bread on a sandwich is too hard,
Oh, okay.
or like, especially if it's front teeth. It's one thing if you can get it in the back on like a real tooth, you know what I mean? Like,
Have you ever ripped one out?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh yeah, several times. And then I like, oh my God.
Can you tell me about veneers so it goes over your tooth?
They shave your teeth down.
Really?
Depending on how much they overlap, kind of is what decides how much they shave down. And then they just put like a tooth over it. I honestly like, I don't recommend them. I'm on my 3rd set.
Holy shit.
I'm about to be on my 4th set, I think, because they shift. Like, if you can see here.
It moves.
They're supposed to last a while. At least they pitch it like they do.
But I also am out here getting them for like a pop tag in like a fucking, you know what I mean? Like an Instagram story.
You're not going to the, you think your doctors kind of suck, the one you've been going to?
I mean, no, Dr. Gabe, I love you. He's giving me my 4th set.
Good veneers cost like $50,000. I think.
Yeah.
They're
These are priced at that. Good veneers cost more than that, honestly.
Really?
Like good ones.
What is it made of? Like fucking like
Porcelain.
endangered rhino tusk?
No, dental
Porcelain,
stuff
so
is
like
so
toilet
expensive.
seat. My best friend actually frequently calls me toilet seat teeth, and it really hurts my feelings.
That is mean. That's just mean.
And why did you get it? Is it just...
I tried all the other route. My teeth are just like not straight and like
Okay.
I just didn't like them.
Okay.
And I tried Invisalign, but I'm just bad with things like that. Like there were hot Cheetos in the trays at all times. Like it was just like it wasn't cute at all. It really wasn't cute. And I'm very much an instant fixer as well, you know? Like
Yeah.
I get the appeal. I mean,
Yeah.
having beautiful teeth is like great. Everybody, it's just come on, having
Yeah.
beautiful
No,
teeth.
I know.
rules.
And it's a quick way to do
Awesome.
it, you know, but but I'm also like, I feel like I'm in the 10%. Like 90% of people I talk to have no complications with their veneers. They love them. I think I also had a lot of dental complications growing up that were like resolved and shit. So
Right.
I just wasn't the like dream case as is. So I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Your teeth look great.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Stay tuned for set number 4.
Woohoo! So, going back to you growing up in Vegas, when did you drop out of school?
When I was 15,
High school?
middle of sophomore year.
Was something happen or what? Like, how do you actually leave high school? I thought there was like that was illegal or something.
Well, it is, but I just feel like Vegas doesn't give a shit.
They don't give a fuck.
If you look at if you rank the school system, the school systems are ranked from like best to worst, all 50. Vegas is 50th, or it was for a long time. I don't know if it still is.
I remember seeing that.
49th, or Nevada is.
Yeah.
But I mean, they don't give a shit. But I mean, I think it was leading up to it. Like I just, for years of my life, I've always had really bad insomnia. There was a lot of fighting in my household. I would never sleep at night. Like I was like scared to fall asleep. I had really bad insomnia. So I'd be sleeping through class all day, like every day and shit. Like, cause I wasn't getting any sleep. I remember so many times where teachers would send me for like a wellness check at my school. Cause it's like, why is she like in REM sleep? Like it's one thing if they touch you and you get up, like I wouldn't get up, like type of thing.
Wow.
I hated the rules. I hated authority. I didn't want to learn. I hated life. So I was like, why the fuck, what am I doing this for? A future, I'm going to fucking kill myself. What, like, there's no purpose. And yeah, I mean, and then it would just, I remember one of the last times my parents took me to school. Oh my God, here I go again. Though, am I going to get fucking sued?
It's so fucked up. It's like, this happened to you.
I know, it's insane.
Just maybe if you say,
I had a dream.
This is the way that I remembered it.
Yeah.
It could have happened differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I was in the car and shit got so bad that I remember in my opinion, I remember in my opinion, I was so angry that I got out and I was walking to school and it was freezing outside. And we're far as shit from my school and it was like 30 fucking degrees out and I'm walking to school in like flip flops and like a t-shirt and I'm freezing. And then they're screaming from the car to not the car, whenever people call the police, like police show up, whole thing. And I'm just like walking to school. And I remember being like, I don't want to go back. Like, it just like, this is too much. I don't want to go back. And so I just stopped going. I never like filed a paper. I never anything.
You just one day stopped going?
Yeah.
Nobody reached out to you? Nobody asked any questions?
No.
What?
I literally just one day stopped. I mean, and I had
That's
hundreds
crazy.
of absences as is. I think that it's sad,
They didn't see
really.
if you died? Nobody was like, is she alive?
No, I mean, I was
you had
funny about
friends.
it though. I was
Yeah.
funny about it. I'd be like picking my friends up from school.
Okay,
I
they
went
saw
to
you.
I went to all the like senior assemblies and shit. I would sneak into the school and just like do the fun shit with my friends and be like, oh, I'm a senior. Not at all. And I started just working as much as I possibly could so I could at least have money to put myself in a better situation. Because that's how it was for me from an early age. It was like, you have to get yourself out of this or you're gonna be
Survival.
Yeah.
Didn't they ever send like social services around to your house or anything like that?
No.
Never. Nobody ever checked on you.
At one point it's truancy when you don't show up, and I think they like I think they like sent a truancy officer like one fucking time, and then they just like rang the doorbell, no one answered, and they left. Like
That's
again, it's
incredible.
Vegas.
That's actually like
Is
a.
it kind of like a Vegas thing? Like
I don't. I mean, I don't know.
I think,
but
well,
I'm
yeah.
assuming that's not happening in like the Hamptons. I'm
No,
assuming that's
it's
not
not.
happening
It's
in like
yeah.
you
I
know.
think they're probably underfunded. There's a lot of kids who are probably
100%.
not the best upbringing. And
Absolutely.
They just
And
don't
that's-
have the resources.
And that's the thing too. Like I feel like high school and all that type of stuff, and a lot of other towns are very community based in the regard that like all the parents are friends and check on each other and all live in similar neighborhoods. And do you know what I mean? Like Vegas just isn't fucking. It's not like that at all. I guess.
Oh, you probably don't know about this, but if you're trying to avoid getting sued, you just say in Minecraft. So you say, my parents picked me up in Minecraft.
No way. In that case, in Minecraft. No, no way.
It's a gag. It's like an online gag. You say in Minecraft.
Oh my god.
It's funny. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
Or you could say in Roblox if that's your cup of tea.
I mean, what's crazy too is like, I'm really not that terrified of being sued. Like, that's one of many, many, many lawsuits I've gone through. But in the
How many lawsuits? We might be kindred in that regard.
I think Ethan is thinking, did we just become best friends?
right,
Because I'm on like my 5th right now
really,
for defamation.
I remember those days. No, I'm just kidding.
Still haven't lost.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've won the majority of my lawsuits. I did lose one
Nice.
this past year, but normally I'm like, fuck it, I'll say it, sue me, because it's when a business is suing you or like you know what I mean, or shit, it doesn't matter. It's not like your whole life's
Just
trauma
money.
and like
Yeah.
airing it out. So it's like, yeah, that's the only one where I really like
Yeah.
I get
tread
it.
lightly, I guess.
So you dropped out of school. You immediately just went, because can you even work underage? Like, was it hard to find a job at 16?
15.
15.
14, you can do shit that's like, you know what I mean? Like you could go mow someone like lawns, or you could go work for a company that's not like tax.
Right, like
Happy.
they pay you cash or something.
Yeah, exactly. And then 15 is, I think, when it's legal, or at least it was then. And I just immediately.
So you went and people hired you.
Oh
15.
my, absolutely. I was preparing for it, like at 14. Like I was like, on my 15th birthday, I think literally maybe a day after my 15th birthday, I was like,
Was
applying.
that transition from being a student to like a full-time worker at 15? What was that? What did it feel? Was it relief? Was it good? Was
I
it
loved
hard?
it. Yeah, I loved it because I guess for me, and it's sad, but school felt like something I was doing for no reason.
Yeah.
Because it was like, even if I graduated with I'm not being sent to college. I'm not a straight A student who's getting sent anywhere. And maybe I could have been if I applied myself, but I didn't feel that way. Like I had no motivation. I was so depressed. And that was a very instant gratification. I'm getting paid. I'm making money. I'm changing my life. And you know what I mean? I liked my coworkers. I liked working. I liked applying myself to shit. I also always worked in retail, and I love clothes, and I love people. I'm a people person as well. So I enjoyed like making my tips and doing shit like that off of human interaction. I loved it. Yeah.
And so when you turned 18, you moved to California, right?
I like don't remember my life. That's another thing that's kind of dark with the trauma, is everything is like such a, it's like people always call me out for fact checking, because I'll be like, I did this when I was this age, and it's like not even at all.
Well, the age is less important. You moved out to California. Like, what was your plan when you arrived? Did you have a place to stay? Were you staying with friends?
So do you remember O2L?
No.
Like Ricky Dillon, and like, do you remember all those like JC Kalen and Kian and whatever, O2L?
Oh, let me look.
Trevi Moran, was my first like LA best friend, and like had been doing it far longer than me and making money, and I would always stay with her.
Our Second Life?
Yeah.
These guys?
Yeah. So Trevi has transitioned now.
Whoa.
But this is before
This
her
is 8
transition.
years ago.
Yeah.
So you were homies with these guys.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And well, no, all of them kind of, but Trevi specifically,
Which one's Trevi?
bottom left. Yeah.
This person.
And
Wait.
I would always stay with Trevi, and Trevi like really took me in and kind of showed me the LA ropes, and then eventually there were other Like FaZe Banks was really like my good friend, and I would like be there a lot and stuff. That was like FaZe Banks was like my second LA.
Blanks.
Blanks.
We call him FaZe Blanks, but it's
FaZe
affectionately.
Blanks.
Affectionately,
Yeah.
I love him. He's my longest. Banks and Trevi are my longest LA friends.
That's so
they kind
nice.
of brought me into this world, and I would stay there, and they all that type of stuff.
Was it a hard to transition, or was it kind of like you were making money by the time you
No, if
came
anything,
here?
I took way longer too than I should. I stayed in Vegas a lot longer because I was like scared. I'm like, is this a lifelong thing? What if I move to LA and it doesn't work and whatever? So I was back and forth a lot. At one point, I was renting a house in Vegas and a townhome in LA with my best
see.
friend. And yeah, so no, I made it pretty gradual, which I think was good for me. So I didn't let LA change me too hard off rip, you know. Where are you from? California? Are you guys from California?
I'm from Ventura,
Yeah.
so I've been in California my whole life.
I'm from Israel.
She's
I grew up in
Israeli.
Israel my whole life.
How did you guys meet?
We met when he came to Israel to visit on a birthright trip.
Everybody loves this story.
And it's like a trip for Jewish people.
Yes.
You know what birthright is?
Yes.
So
Okay.
when you go in a group,
So when you go in a group, there's a few soldiers too.
Yes.
So I was a soldier.
she
And
likes my bad boy vibe.
You're so fucking cool.
I'm so cool. I pulled her.
Me going on H3 is just a scheme to become her best friend. She's so fucking cool.
Oh, stop it.
Like
is
you were a
awesome.
what? You were a what? Like tell me more about this soldier lifestyle very quickly, please.
Well,
She had a
and
gun. I
so-
think. Did you have a gun?
did I? I
Like
don't
a
remember.
fat fucking like
What was
AR.
your soldier duty?
I don't remember.
Not that
so
I can
in
imagine you're
Israel,
strong, but I'm looking at you right now with your
Yeah, no,
fun
it's not
smoky eye
like
and Prada
that.
on, and I'm like, huh?
it's not like that. So in Israel, when you're 18, after you finish school, you have to do the army.
Yeah.
And
Everyone does.
Yeah, it's mandatory.
Hey.
And
Every-
for women, it's 2 years, and for men, it's 3 years, generally.
Yeah.
And then there's all kinds of jobs that you might end up get. So mostly the guys go to like combat stuff. So it's more like physical and actual doing things. Now they did start giving women the option to do that. So that's kind of like a later thing.
Would you do that
became-
if you had the option?
I never wanted to.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to do the army. But in Israel, it's kind of like a big deal if you don't do it.
Yeah.
And I was debating not doing it, and it's like a whole thing. If you want to try to avoid it, you have to like really lie through your teeth.
You gotta
Yeah.
like shit your pants and stuff.
And they would
Try to
come
act-
to your home and check on you. And my
Literally.
parents would not allow me to do that.
Yeah.
By the way.
Didn't
and
you know someone that shit their pants when an army person came over to check on them to look crazy?
Shit their
I
pants?
swear you told me that
I
story.
don't remember.
Like you have to go all
My
out.
pants
Yeah.
today.
But so then
But so anyway, a lot of people around me also, like my friends' parents, pull me aside and they're like, listen, you have to do it. You'll never get a job.
Oh really?
In interviews, everybody will ask you, you can't do that. So I did go, and then they asked me like what kind of job would I want, like because there's different options, and I was like, I just want something like that where I can go back home every day. So like just leave me close, like in Tel Aviv. That was like the only thing I asked and I actually got that, and it was like the worst thing ever. It was like I just felt like I was wasting my life. I was
Yeah.
just sitting in an office,
so crazy.
doing
Sorry.
stupid, like really stupid menial computer work.
Yeah.
And spending like an hour on the bus going there, an hour on the bus coming back home, going back home to my parents' house. And basically you also make no money. Like I made like $100 the whole month.
Oh my god.
So I would have to also work on the weekend to try
Yeah.
to make money for myself to like
oh, that's
buy
That's
whatever.
fucking horrible.
sad.
Yeah.
So
So I hated that,
Yeah.
and then I asked for like a change, which is you can put in a request. It's like a whole process. I did that, and you don't know what you're gonna get, so it's a little bit of a gamble. And then I got to go to this place where it's like they actually send you away from home, and you spend the whole week there, and sometimes the weekend too, and then you go back home like for a weekend, and then go again to the.
oh my god.
So it's like it's a lot more like army like.
That explains
And-
so much about you, why you have so much like value for the life that you live now. You know, like you,
I do.
like, that's awesome how much you appreciate it, but it's cool to know that's where it comes from.
So I I didn't think I wanted that, but when I got there, it was actually a really good experience for me because it was like being away from home, and I didn't like being home too at the time. My dad was like really difficult, and so it was kind of like an opportunity for me to go away from home and try something new and bond with people.
And you guys met in this
and then
time?
when I was at that base doing that, they were like, there's this thing, if you want to apply for it, where you basically go on a week off and you just travel.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's kind of like a bonus in a way.
Do a lot of soldiers? I would imagine a lot of them sign up for it.
I didn't even know about it, so I don't know how many people know about it or how many
How
people
did
they
you
let.
find out about it then?
Somebody, so where I was in the base, there's like,
Yeah, I think it's the apocalypse outside.
That's coming from outside.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's not like a weird AC unit
It's
with
a
a kill button that
crazy
you pay for,
rain.
right? Okay, that's crazy.
So there's like a person, like a captain or whatever it is that manages that whole department where I was, and I was his secretary. So that was my job there. So it's sort of like a good role in a way, and I don't know if that's why I got that opportunity. I don't really know.
Probably.
And you were there on birthright.
So
You
I got
went
to
on
go
the
on
trip.
this trip, and he was one of the Americans.
We met
on
at the
trip.
Holocaust Museum.
No, you
Or I
fucking.
think that's the
we
first
did.
time we spoke to each other.
This is my kind of love story. Let me tell you something, okay? No fucking way. And
Yeah.
so, was it immediate? Like, did you guys fuck that night?
No.
We did not.
Hell
And
no.
we were both smoking, and I think we both took like smoke breaks together a lot. So we
God,
kind
you're
of like,
smoking so much then.
yeah,
How
we're
long
smoking
was
a lot of
this
cigarettes.
period of time?
It was a week.
Okay, and then you went home,
Yeah.
and you guys kept in contact.
And then I downloaded Facebook. I didn't know what that was, and Skype, and we started talking.
You weren't doing any of this yet. You were
No,
a normie.
yeah,
Doing what?
like this.
So-
Oh no!
media.
Oh yeah!
No.
Way before. Way
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 before.
before.
Yeah, I
So
was a
your
normie.
entire journey on the internet has been
been
with
together.
We
her by
made
your
our
side.
YouTube
Yeah.
channel together when I was living in
Oh,
Israel.
fucking! I'm gonna kill myself.
Because
I'm gonna die the fuck alone. That's so fucking annoying. Oh my! One relationship across your whole fucking career. Oh my god!
it is pretty crazy.
I'll end it all.
Because it is.
Insane.
I moved to Israel eventually because that was the only way we could be together.
Yeah, I came here first, and I had like only 6 months to be here, and then I got kicked out basically.
you went to
and he,
Israel.
yeah, he
Yeah,
came
moved
to
to
Israel
Israel.
with me.
How long did you live in Israel for? 5 years.
5 years.
With her?
Yeah.
And then like it must have been
Yeah.
year 2 or 3 we made
And
the YouTube.
yeah, I was going to art school. I tried to get into fashion. They didn't take me in.
Yeah.
Then the next year I tried again.
Oh,
and
I love
tried
your life.
Art.
For you. I love everywhere you're at for you right now. That's fucking awesome.
So, and in that art school, I had to take a mandatory video class. And I was too shy to be in the videos, so I would record him
yeah.
and show it in class, which was so stupid.
They were weird.
I would love to see that. He just has a puppet.
No, they're
So
super
fucking
super
sorry.
weird videos.
And then we ended up putting those videos up on YouTube, and that became like our beginning.
And people, like, one of them gained some traction.
Well, I was doing
Very
like
slow.
I was doing
It was
really
very
stupid,
slow.
like dumb, not funny, poorly shot sketches. Those really didn't get any traction. I started doing these video edits. That was the first time people started to follow me. I would make these like I don't know. Let's see, like that's a 10. This video was like actually viral. I edited this, and this was like my first big break. So funny.
Aerate it, warm it up, driving up, get that top note, that cream, pure vanilla, sweeteners.
And so, how did you transition from? So, did you continue to gain traction by doing edit-based videos, and then you transitioned into slowly kind of putting yourself in them, and then
Yeah,
became a
so-
personality? Were you always reporting or discussing internet
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of.
camaraderie?
So this gave me a little traction. What really kind of blew me up, so to speak, is I was started making reaction videos specifically to like pranks, YouTube pranksters, because like
Yeah.
nobody was calling them out at the time.
So you were kind of in the very beginning, like you spearheaded the reaction
Yeah.
industry. reaction.
AB
niche,
used
I
to.
guess.
I don't.
Yes.
I
They
don't wanna-
revolutionized the genre because they were the first commentary channel to really do like sketches and actually like write out like good jokes and stuff. And
That's lit.
Yeah, they-
I can't say that about myself. Thank you,
You're
AB.
welcome.
That's awesome.
I don't want to sound arrogant.
I love
but
knowing people's like, origin, especially
Yeah.
people who can continue to reinvent and stay on the space for so long.
Thank
it's
you,
so
Queen.
interesting.
You
to
too,
me.
Queen.
And you
Look
too.
at you guys go though.
And now you're on.
I love your life story. That's fucking
Thank
awesome.
you.
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. But
I didn't know any of that.
the last 10 years has just been like pretty domestic life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it's crazy how much we've been through.
It is.
Like,
Sometimes it's.
I mean, I
it's
met
easy to
him when I was
forget.
19.
Yeah. Like, are you guys ever just like in your LA home? Like, should we go to the studio or Postmates Air One? And you're like, what the fuck?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
literally
are.
all the
We're like,
time.
what is our life?
We used to be broke as a motherfucker. We lived in an apartment that was infested. I don't with rats and cockroaches. It was a
Cockroaches.
studio apartment. There was more fucking.
We went through selling drugs, like you described too.
Yeah, we sold drugs
just
for a minute.
Yeah.
to make enough money to pay rent.
Absolutely.
I smoked crack once. I don't know if I mentioned that. Different time though.
That's fucking insane. I mean, the bond of struggling with someone,
Yeah.
and then I experienced that with my friends. I have not been so lucky with that in love lasting, but it's a bond like no other.
Yeah, it's been a lot. Actually, one of the videos we made, a reaction video. I don't know if you can find it. You can hear a rocket going
Yeah.
off.
Oh, because you're in Israel.
In
Because
Israel.
there was fucking, they were shooting rockets into Israel.
That's insane.
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
Yeah, Ethan was there during like one time when rockets were getting to Tel Aviv, which is
Like
pretty
rockets
unusual.
are made up in my head. Rockets are on Jimmy Neutron, and that's it for me. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a different world there. It's just
Yeah.
a different world.
it's really tough there, and people really feel it. I feel like now that I get to go away, and then when I come back, everything becomes more and more noticeable to me. Like everybody's so on edge all the time.
It's hard there. It's a hard life there for sure.
I can't imagine. You know what I mean? It probably makes you so calm here, though. Like when people are on edge about like stupid shit here, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
shut up.
But you know, every place I'm learning, every place has its own stuff, and here you have this like mass shooting thing that's so scary, and police brutality, which is like something I've never thought in Israel. That's not. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to speak.
We take
obviously.
our kids to school and there's like armed guards and shit. You're like,
Really?
What the fuck? Like,
Where do they
when
go
I
to-
was a kid, that wasn't a thing.
I shouldn't ask where they go to school at, actually.
No,
Right.
yeah. You can ask, but
Yeah, just
no, I'm not.
why
saying.
would we?
But it's just a school. I mean,
Full of Kanye.
he's 3, so it's not like.
Yeah.
But so now you're doing OnlyFans. Is that your main thing?
I mean, it's up there with my main sources of income. It probably is number one, no matter
What
what.
else is going on?
What I mean,
podcast.
brand stuff, podcasts, investments, Dizzy. I'm launching a weed brand right
Oh yeah,
now.
Dizzy. How is Dizzy doing?
Dizzy is doing, I mean, it did, I should say it did right now, because it's like, we're sold out right now. And I'm taking a bit of a rebrand hiatus with Dizzy right now. It's sold amazing. And I know it still would if it's on sale. I'm just sober right now. I'm focusing on my weed brand. I want to see what I want to do with the future of it. You know what I mean? Maybe it's my baby, but at the same time, I'm gonna be girl boss about it. If I want to sell it and I want to do a weed brand because I'm not drinking or something like
You
that.
think you could sell the Dizzy? You think there's people interested?
Yeah,
That's
I know
fair.
there is. But yeah, I mean it's sold out right now, and I'm in the process of figuring
You're
out.
feeling
where
that
that's
out?
gonna- Yeah, I'm feeling that out. And that's just honesty. I could make up a bunch of shit for PR, but that's what's happening, and
That's
I'm
fine.
content with that. Nothing bad has happened, and I made a lot of money, and people love it. So it's like it's good to put something on a hold right there versus in a point of turmoil or whatever.
Isn't it something that could just run itself? You put the wine in the can, you present you sell the can, bada bing, bada boom.
I guess, yeah. But I think in order to get it to a sell itself point, it would have to be in a lot more retail. Do you know what I mean? And that's
Is it not in
journey.
retail, or was it? Yeah, it's all online.
And so, we've gotten there into the first steps of that, but it would be me promoting the shit out of it for a long time.
It's like a full-time job. Yeah.
Yeah, and I care about it so much. It's one thing if it's something that's just making you money and whatever, but Dizzy has been something that has been my merch and that I've said and that it's a big part of my brand, and so I would never want to just.
This one is like
Sorry.
I would never want to just like fuck on it. You know what I mean? And then now I'm about to be back in my podcasting world with Jeff and with Brooke, and Canceled is coming back. My podcast, we were on a little hiatus.
That's fun.
Yeah,
Good.
we got a new production company, a new set, all that type of stuff. So Canceled 2.0 is about to be
Nice.
obviously, hopefully, a great source of income.
Yeah.
But also, just I'm excited to put my time and effort into that. And Jeff and I are finally starting our show, Friends with Benefits.
Oh, I like that name.
Yeah, I like
you.
that name.
Friends with Bennies.
Yeah, it took so long to get that legally cleared, and I can finally say that is the name and it's our show.
Oh.
So Friends with Benefits is coming very, very soon. Versus me just co-hosting Jeff FM.
You guys went and got it like. You guys did some kind of like
So there was a
trademark.
lot. A lot of people have. Obviously, it's a very common phrase in a movie franchise or whatever the fuck. So
You were just looking for conflicts or something? Like people were going to get mad, or were you trying to trademark it as a podcast?
it was trademarked, so we had to kind of get clearance, but trademarked by people that basically weren't using it, or
Yeah.
even if they were, a lot of people weren't really seeing
That's
it.
always the
Yeah.
case. It's so annoying because you can you could trademark anything and they just fucking sit on it for like 10
Yeah,
years.
because I thought it was going to be trademarked by like, is it Ashton Kutcher or Mila Kunis and Mila Kunis and fucking someone.
What the fuck?
Had
When's
a
your
movie
birthday?
called Friends with Benefits. What?
When's your birthday?
June 24th.
Oh, see, it's not.
What?
I'm June 25th.
Really?
The internet says June 24, but it's wrong. I don't know.
Oh my God!
why.
So now on my birthday, I can always text
June
you at
25.
midnight and be like passing the torch.
That's right. I love
Yeah.
that.
I'm like, you're such a Cancer.
I love June. I always liked having a June birthday.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Yeah.
The summertime birthday.
Just the beginning.
I absolutely love when the birthday is.
Here's a rocket going off in the background. I don't know.
Oh, this is you. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hey guys, stupid.
Coming at you today with a new reaction video.
This is the
This
shit
one's
that made
like-
me famous.
Just so stupid. It's hard for
And
me
I'm
to talk about. I
recording.
feel ashamed watching it.
Oh yeah, that
Oh,
was
sorry guys, just a little explosion over here in Israel.
that was actually a rocket blowing up. That's
One more
pretty
time.
crazy. Yeah.
Just so stupid. It's hard for me to talk about. I feel ashamed watching it.
Oh
sorry
my
guys, just
God,
a little
that's
explosion over
insane.
here in Israel.
Yeah, it was
It's
crazy.
Yeah.
It was insane.
And so did you eventually move to Los Angeles because of success? The success?
Oh, we weren't really successful when we moved. We were a little
We were
successful.
starting.
But you were like, we can go to
starting.
We
Los
always wanted to
Angeles
come back.
and-
But
okay.
we knew.
Did you come
we knew
here?
that we wanted to come here.
Yeah, we came to LA.
Have you lived all over LA, you guys?
We've actually lived in Vegas for 3 weeks because his parents were
lived there,
there.
It's iconic. Do you know where in Vegas?
Summerlin?
Oh, they have
That's
money.
where all the
No,
people
not
live.
Summerlin.
Oh, that's not it?
No.
Summerlin's money.
No, they were not. We
Emerson?
I think we went to the Summerlin Mall or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I
They were
don't
not
know. I
living-
don't know. But they lived somewhere where they were like on the edge of the fucking.
It felt
known
like
humanity.
nowhere.
Oh, wow. Well,
Yeah.
There's a couple different edges out there.
We lived in New York 1 year
Yeah,
too.
you're so New York. I could just see you throughout. At least you're aesthetic. I mean, I could. See
I
you
love
driving.
New York aesthetic.
It's-
Love
It's
it.
450.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, I could
Wow.
keep talking for a long
know.
time. But
I have a
know that
laser
we have
hair
to go.
appointment. I have to get my vagina lasered, you guys.
Oh, you're getting your vagina lasered, like permanently removed?
Just hair removal. No, my whole vagina. I'm like a Barbie doll.
Wait, so what part do you remove?
Like your hair, it's hair removal. Like you do the armpits and the vagina and the legs, and your hair just doesn't grow.
But like the whole thing, you laser it all off?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to shave.
Interesting.
I'm trying to cut any corners in the shower, man. I'm not trying to be in there for 2 fucking minutes.
Now, isn't it true you need to do a bunch of lasers for it
Yeah.
to stick? So have you already done it down there?
No, today's my first
Your
vagina
first
session.
one? Are you
Really?
scared? That's scary.
Wow.
Here's what the only thing I'm afraid of. Can I just tell you? I'm not afraid of the laser at all. It's that sometimes I go in for shit like this and it's the person, the girl that's doing stuff like this, whatever it is, any procedure, lip filler, fucking tattoo, laser, whatever, they're a fan.
Oh no,
and
that's
I'm just imagining myself, fucking legs.
That is horrible.
And this bitch is like, wow, I'm looking at Tana Mongeau's pussy. and then she's like, I love your stalker
is
story.
fucking- that is horrible.
That's the only, I don't think I would let it happen. I think that if I could sense
Oh my
it.
God.
And
Would you stop it if she's like, "Hey, I'm a fan"? Would you be like,
Yeah, but it's
no,
hard because a lot of times people won't tell you till the end of it, so you kind of gotta
Right.
have the energy.
And then you're like, "Oh my god, yeah." Totally.
Yeah, like that just, if it was like my armpit, I don't really care, but I just don't want someone like in my guts
I think
that
that's
like watches.
understandable.
That's such a personal thing, like
Yeah.
actually, like because they're touching, right?
Yeah.
They're in there,
Yeah.
like fully in there.
Oh yeah.
You know,
So I'm
I
really
never
hoping
thought
it's,
about
like-
this until now.
Yeah.
But when I go to the fertility office, like everybody there knows me.
And they're just thinking about your pussy
And
when they
like,
go home.
Wait,
I
the
never.
people
I've
that-
only separated in my head. Like, there's the reception. Everybody at the reception knows me.
Yeah.
But
They
then,
know you,
Then
like-
there is the other side, and they give me like ultrasounds like every week,
Yeah.
vaginal.
Yeah.
And I only now occurred to me that the girls who give me the ultrasound probably know me too.
That's awful.
Only now I'm
But-
realizing
New
that.
fear unlocked. Like for real.
I feel like for whatever
That's
reason, I feel like
crazy.
the laser removal is worse because they're
Well,
like
at
in
least-
there.
For sure.
At least these
Because
are
mine
like
is in the dark.
Doctors got their degree
Yeah,
and what
yeah,
they're doing.
yeah.
So
It's
it's,
just
like, even
and it's
if
in
they
the
did
dark.
Support you. It's professional. They're seeing it all the time.
And they
I feel
just
like
put it in, and that they don't have to look real like for a long
laser
time,
hair
right?
removal in LA is very equivalent to like a smoothie shop. You know what I mean? Like you can go get your smoothie, you can go get your pussy lasered. There's not much of like a line. That's the only thing that's interesting to me. But at the same
Oh
time,
my God, AB saying they even
if you
knew
support
Lena
me,
when
you,
she called.
you might have my OnlyFans, or you've heard me talk about my vagina at length. So I guess it's just like it could be a fun bonding experience.
What they knew Lena from the show when she called?
Yeah, they're
Oh
like,
my
they said,
God.
"I'm so sorry, but like, are you Lena?"
Oh, I had no idea. What? I've been in there. Nobody said anything to me. Maybe they're just fans of you.
Yeah.
I believe she's referring to that appointment, but I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So funny though.
Dude,
I
that
wish we
watch
could
is
posture
so
like
fire. Yeah, I mean, it
And
might
I'm
get.
Oh, I know.
Yo,
all of us.
show off that watch a little bit. That thing is fire,
my
dude.
God.
What is that?
It's actually I bought my best friend it.
Really?
So I
Why are
just
you wearing it?
'cause sometimes he'll be like at home and he lives with me.
Oh, okay.
So he'll be at home and I'm like, I could take that for a spin today. You know what I mean? Which
Is that
I
real
guess-
diamonds? Is
Yeah,
that a Rolex?
It's yes.
Holy
Wow.
fuck.
It's the perks of I guess living with my friends that I buy gifts for. is
Yeah.
It's like you know
you
what
get
I
to
mean?
borrow.
One sec. Zach is a watch connoisseur. Zach, are you able to get a good look at this thing?
Yeah, I was eyeing it when it came in. Actually, it's a iced out Datejust. Beautiful watch.
It's a good one. It is.
Yeah.
It is a good girl.
That thing is
Honestly, this is one of
fire.
the only gifts where I bought it for him and I was giving it to him and I was like, why the fuck wouldn't I just buy that for myself? There was not an ounce of me that was like, yay, you get this.
You know, can you even wear that out? Like, it's so expensive looking.
It
I'd be
is
scared.
scary. I'm very, when I do wear it, which is occasionally I try to let him have his gift and not be awful. Well, no, I guess I wear it. But I mean, I will wear it for like daytime things or fun things. Like today, my outfit was just very much giving Hanes. So I was like, this could be fun to add it.
Yeah, it
He
is.
will be like out on Melrose, like swinging it around. And I'll be like, he's like, I don't care. I'll take a bullet for it. I'm like, I would just
scary.
get you
Oh my
another
God.
watch. Like I wouldn't do that because I already am so like, I get so scared of being robbed.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, we do have to go. I could talk for another hour.
You guys
Yeah.
are amazing.
But it was so much fun, Tana.
Thank you for
for
having me.
coming. So much fun.
Best audience. I love you, H3, and I love
The
getting to know
audience
you
loves
guys.
you, by the way. The
Me
audience
too.
loves
I
you.
really
Thank you
didn't
for
even feel like that
sharing
was
your
podcast.
story.
Oh,
Yeah, thanks for sharing really
I'll share anything with you guys.
intimate stuff. And
I
I'm
actually forgot we were podcasting a couple times. I thoroughly enjoyed the conversation.
And I don't mean to sound callous, but I cannot wait for your parents to die.
You're right there with all of us, I think. I don't, and maybe not all of us, but you know, I don't feel deathy about like I can't wait for anyone to die, but like.
It's okay.
You know,
Well,
you don't
I
need
just
say
want to
it.
hear
You want
just
the
the
tell-all.
story.
Well, I'll
Yeah.
sit down with you, alive or not, and tell you
That's
everything
awesome.
you want to know.
Thank you so much. So,
Yes.
so we've got the OnlyFans, we've got the
Yes.
podcast coming. Canceled is
podcast.
coming back. We got the Jeff podcast,
Yes.
Friends with Benefits.
Those are what I want everyone to focus
All
on
happening
right now. Yeah, please
for
watch
Tana.
our shows and keep the lights on. Canceled and Friends with Benefits are coming back within the next month or so.
Oh, links in the description to all of her stuff.
Yes, and thank you. Thank you.
Yay!
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you, Tana.
Bye.
Thanks for
Have a
watching,
good
everybody. Have a great
weekend.
weekend. We'll see you on
Stealing the
Monday.
dog, and I'm taking the dog.
See you on Monday, everybody. Ta ta.